Welcome, everyone, to the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. Here, we're live again with another Islanders game watch along. This is it's a twice a week podcast that myself and the grumpy old man do every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That being said, anytime the Islanders play anytime the Islanders play except on Wednesday, or every time the Islanders play except Thursdays and Sundays, will be live during the game. I'm your host, TJ, and with me here, as always, is the grumpy old man. He's our NHL analyst and expert, and they say there's no shame in his game because he is always the same.
That's two crappy intros in a row from you.
Grumpy, what's up, my friend?
Why can you not get that right?
Hey, Grump, what can we say? There's a lot resting on these broad shoulders, Grump, that I've got to carry the load on for this podcast, Grumpy.
All I'm saying is you've been doing that introduction for how many years, and all of a sudden you can't get it straight. You can't get it right.
Oh, look at you, Grumpy. I don't know, Grumpy. How are you today? Are you upset that Matt Barzal's out? Is that what that is? Do you sense some anger because Matt Barzal has been hit with the COVID bug?
I'm not happy that he's out, but I am interested to see how they play without him, honestly. You know, I've been a big proponent of without him, we go right down the tubes, but somehow I feel we're going to win today. I don't know why.
I think that Detroit is it's a mediocre team on the rise. I mean, they're a team that might be able to squeak into a playoff spot. I think next year they're pretty much a shoo-in to make the playoffs, and for years to come, that's going to be a tough team going forward. I mean, they've got a lot of young contributors on that team in Detroit, and you just kind of wonder, Grump, that being said, are you showing on your screen to where it shows the fewest player points this season?
I am showing Larkin skating in, making a pass to somebody, and scoring on.
Are you not watching the ESPN feed?
I'm watching the Islanders ESPN feed.
Oh man. Okay, I guess maybe I've got the Detroit feed here for this afternoon. I just want to make sure we're in tandem.
I can put on the Detroit feed.
No, it's fine. Let me go ahead and see if I can change it. I just want to make sure wherever we are in tandem, grumpy old man. Yeah. But what are the interesting things that you're watching for, right? We've got now since the last time we played Detroit, now we've got back Brock Nelson as well as Casey Cizikas.
Yep, and Matt Martin is back in the lineup today at the expense of Ross Johnston. Anthony Villiers will be back on the second line, and you see Palmieri. You're going to see Pajot center the first line with Average Anders and useless Doug Bailey. And then the third line is going to be centered by Zach Parise with Bellows and Wallstrom. And I expect that line to do well tonight.
Well, let me ask you this. Before the game starts, Grump, what do you expect the outcome of this evening's matchup to be?
I just have a feeling the Islanders are going to win tonight. I could be wrong, but because I've been pushing the narrative that, without Matt Barzal, we go right down the tubes, whoosh, flush it. And for some reason, I just think that they're going to try to make me look bad tonight, which I'm fine with, honestly.
Hey, man, a victory is much needed for the Islanders. We talked about on the 10-game stretch, we needed 14 points. We're going to need quite a few more points in order to do that, grumpy old man. That being said, if you're new to the channel, we invite you to subscribe. Stick around. Again, we cover – I think we do the most – Grumpy, I think we cover – the Islanders better than anybody else out there, or one of the best coverers of the Islanders. And to make sure you don't miss out on any of the action, you could subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, and follow on Twitter. That being said, you can also go ahead and take a look and subscribe to TJ and the Grumpy Old Man podcast. That's in the link in the description below. It is a podcast where we talk sports and shoot the shit. Now, Grump, do you have your light on, your camera light on?
Yes, it's on. Why? Is there a problem with it now?
It just seems like you have a rave going on at your house.
It's because of the TV, man.
I'm just giving you a hard time, man. Don't worry about it.
It's the TV. It's the light from the TV, okay? I don't know why you keep ragging on me all the time.
Oh, man. Grump, it's just friendly banter, my guy.
That's not friendly banter. That's badgering.
So what do you call it when I mess up the intro? What do you call that?
I just say you shouldn't mess up the intro. That's what I say.
Oh,
I don't call it anything.
Okay, sure. There it is. Alexander saying, good evening, guys. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. We already lost without Barzal. I don't know.
I don't know about that. I hope not. Here's the thing. If we're truly a one-man team, like I said, we're in real trouble.
The
I
Islanders
did
need
send you. I'll tell you what. I was reading The Athletic today, and Kevin Kurtz, who's the new Islander beat writer, had a couple of tweets which I thought were interesting, which I did send to TJ today, and maybe you'll bring them up during the broadcast.
Yeah, I did. I was working today, Grump, so I didn't have time to read your text messages. So Frank Hayes saying, "Hey guys, what's up?" Frank and Patrick V, what's up? Hopefully the Islanders have a victory in store for us. We can only hope.
That's exactly what we're hoping.
John M saying, "Good evening, boys. Ready to watch the Islanders with TJ and Grumpy. It's a great night."
It is a great night. I feel victory. So what do you have on your screen now, TJ?
I'm watching the ESPN Plus feed. So I've got Stream Now watching ESPN Plus. I've got the Bally Sports for Detroit Red Wings. It's a Detroit
So you're
feed.
watching the Detroit Red Wing feed.
That's the only one I have available. That's correct.
Okay, I will change to that feed for you since once again, I try to dumb down the whole process for TJ and still it just I don't know. It just no matter what I do, I have to once again dumb down even further to try to have him keep up.
Sorokin in net for the Islanders. And the thing is, that goals against average it's misleading because you look at the save percentage, right? He's at a 925 save percentage. A lot of goalies you see with a save percentage around that would have a goals against average of a low 2, not a mid 2. So I'll tell you, this is we're going to be facing off again against Elkovich. Big game for the Islanders, right? Got to come away with a victory here tonight. This is one of the long roads of this comeback because the schedule upcoming, Grumpy Old Man, gets a little bit more difficult. After we play the Red Wings, we proceed to play the Boston Bruins. We have puck drop. We play the Boston Bruins on Thursday, and then the Vegas Golden Knights on Sunday.
Yes, and we're starting the fourth line, of course. I bet they'll get more minutes. Matt Martin, finished, toasted. Somehow he makes his way back into the lineup. Clutterbuck with a nice try shot from around the net. I see Martin. Oh, that's Casey. I'm sorry. Up to Dobson, throws it towards the net. No deflection, blocked out front. You see the Detroit defense pick that up and slowly move it up ice. And, well, it looks like this fourth line is going off, thank goodness.
Okay.
We have Average Anders out there allegedly pressuring the puck with JGP.
Gabriel Pageau. Yeah.
JGP. I'm just going to give him 3 initials. Maybe I'll just start saying the numbers.
Jesus Christ.
I
Or you can just know Grumpy, you know the players' names. Come on now.
I know.
I want you, Grumpy. I want you to be so bombastic and crazy with it. I want you to have so much pep in it, Grump, and I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to carry it at all. Grumpy, you do a good job on the play.
So in other words, it's just going to be like any other podcast. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying, man. It's been pretty nondescript here off the bat. It's just going to, I feel like both teams are, feeling each other out at the moment. And it's a big game, right? Anthony Beauvillier back in the lineup after being healthy scratched. I'm sure he's going to come out there with something to prove tonight.
Yeah, and right now the pairings, it looked like we had Andy Green out there with Zdeno Chara.
It had baby. We love that. We love that. Aaron G saying he's ready to play one of his favorite Journey songs if the Red Wings win tonight.
Actually, I'm sorry.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Believe. I can't sing that. I can't sing that Stephen Perry part anymore. Way too high for me. I used to be able to sing that stuff.
Bullshit.
As you know.
No, come on, get the hell out of
here.
Yeah,
I used to because I could actually sing a mean falsetto back in the day. Can't do it anymore.
Nice shot. nice save by Sorokin. Looks like that was a pretty good chance there in on net.
It's Chara and Green out there. Is it any wonder that Detroit is dominating in the zone right now?
This is the worst possible defense pairing you could put out there for the Islanders. Zdeno Chara and Andy Green, both two ancient defenders on the ice at the same time. And who the hell turned that puck over?
Bailey.
Oh no, it was Beauvillier. What a shitty turnover. It was Beauvillier on a 2-on-1, Grumpy. 18 is Beauvillier.
Oh, okay. Well, Bailey made a pass, and it was a picked off. I mean, Bailey made the weak-ass pass.
Beauvillier had the puck, and he turns it over. He's not able to corral the pass, and it's a 2-on-1 that we just we shit the bed on.
Well, this is the line I really want to see because, as everyone knows, I want to see the development of Wahlstrom and Bellows. totally missed pass by Detroit.
Well, remember, Wallstrom and Bellows also had a good. I mean, when they were playing with Sarnak, they were playing really great hockey. It was a nice job on that steal by Parise and a prime opportunity.
That was all because Nedeljkovic thought he's a stick handler. I love when goalies do that. They're not. There's a reason why you're in that. It's because you can't skate and you can't stick handle.
And it's been a hell of a job by this line. And now you've got Casey Cizikas on the ice centering Wallstrom and Bellows. A hell of a job by those two wingers there, forechecking and keeping the offense's own pressure on.
Yeah. There's Matt Martin. Let's see what he can do. Nothing.
What is up, Different Minds? And what's up, Scott L? How are you this big evening? Nick D saying, "Yo, Grump, another big L tonight." TJ, how are you doing?
I think I just, for some reason, I just have a feeling we're going to win tonight.
I do too. I think, again, like the team is better than the record is. That being said, missing Matt Barzal is huge. That is a huge loss. And maybe we'll be completely wrong. I think Sorokin stands on his head, though, tonight.
Yeah. Well, that's going to have to be what it is every night, right? I mean, really, if you think about it, like I said, at the intermission, I'll get that tweet up from Kurtz, which I thought was a spot on, actually. Talk to look at that pass.
Holy hell, what a fantastic pass by Kyle Palmieri and Jean-Gabriel Pageau. It's a little tight on his hands, but that was a fantastic pass by Kyle Palmieri.
Yeah, Detroit's not real good defensively. We've seen two of those plays already so far today. Pageau tripped over the center ice line and went down. So one thing Detroit can do is score, but they have been struggling the last two games. I think they've lost 3 in a row and given up a boatload of goals.
I hope it's not coming through all fuzzy for you guys, but you're looking mighty pixelated for me, grumpy old man. It's just you're having a little bit of internet trouble. But I think you're right.
No, I'm not having internet trouble. I see you fine. That's a you thing.
It's a
make that. I love how you always try to paint any issue that goes on. Somehow it's my fault.
Here's the thing. I would say, my expectation of a Grump, I've got the Ethernet cable plugged in, so I think it looks great on my side. Hey, but maybe it's just maybe it's not an issue at all for the people listening. Let me know if it looks like there's any type of internet issue for those of you out there. If it's me or Grumpy, just so we know going forward. But
we see Detroit with some sustained offensive time. Who's out there? Chara again. I mean, I don't want to say that's the reason, but it sure seems like it. Dobson falls down, goes behind the net. Chara's still behind the net. Bailey's out there, so that's more trouble.
Chara gets eaten to the puck again too. Here's the thing, man. Jesus Christ,
he can't do anything.
Circles around Chara. Holy shit! It's like he's like at a merry-go-round.
Yeah, just terrible. I mean, and there's Dobson, there's Chara out of position again. Right now, you have a Bailey with Beauvillier and Nelson. Ugh. So it looks like the lines are kind of changing up a little bit already.
Well, here's the thing. I'm sure they're gonna be given a lot of different looks.
Yeah, the one constant is Mayfield with Pelech right now.
3-on-2 right now for the Islanders. And
nice poke check. Is that Bellino?
Wallstrom gets kind of the puck checked. Wallstrom gets the puck checked, but they do a hell of a job. Bellows wins the puck along the boards, and you've got Kyle Palmieri, or you got Zach Parise who goes ahead and kicks it out. A slap shot from the point, and it looks like we've got some pressure on the Red Wings. Again, this is that third line of Wallstrom and Bellows that are really at Wallstrom, Bellows, and Parise that are really putting pressure on the Red Wings. I mean, that seems to be the best line so far tonight.
Yes. There's Bellows with the big check. Then Mayfield got plastered into the boards. Casey's digging it out.
Mayfield without a stick. Mayfield without
Larkin. God almighty. I mean, this is Detroit's best
Holy
line, right?
Shit. Nice redirection save by Sorokin. Huge save.
Big save by Sorokin. Big save.
My God.
I'm going to tell you what.
They've got chaos in front of the net on the Islanders net. I'll tell you that much.
I know they keep on wanting to put Mayfield with Pelech, but they're a bad pairing. Neither one of them are puck moving defensemen, so they struggle.
They do, and it's not a good combo. I don't disagree for certain, Grump. I think Pelech and Mayfield are not meant for each other. Did you see the save Nedeljkovic made on that shot attempt by Jean-Gabriel Pageau? That's what I was about to ask you. He did get a shot off. He buried it right into his crest. He was trying to go 5-hole, but it was a good job of Nedeljkovic standing up tall.
Yeah.
Robert C saying, I just can't believe Atu Ratu has tested positive for COVID. And, well, he won't play for Finland in the upcoming World Juniors.
Well,
Wow.
And Matt Barzell, that's the reason why he's out. For those who don't know, he's out today because of COVID protocols. I don't know if he has to miss the 10 days. I don't know what their policy is.
Let's talk about Atu Ratu. That's the Islanders' top prospect right now. He will not be showcasing in the World Juniors for Finland after he's had a really good season so far in the Finnish Elite League ever since being traded or being loaned out to Jokerit. So I'm telling you that, like, you talk about Atu Ratu on the national stage, I really think he was going to put up monster numbers in the World Juniors, but now he's unable to play due to COVID. That sucks for him.
I guarantee you he put up monster numbers because there's no way to prove it. So, I could say anything. It doesn't matter. It's really, his development seems like it's coming right along. I'm sure he would not have been a first line player. He might have been subjected to the third or fourth line.
What?
You think there's a guarantee he's a first line player for Finland? Finland's pretty good.
Yes. It's under 20s for certain. For certain. He's overage now. What is he? He's a year out of his draft class. He definitely would have been a top 6 guy, not a third line guy. Come on. He's played really well for them. And you look at how he did in the summer showcase when he played for Finland. He played top 6 minutes and lit the world on fire. He would have been on a first line. No doubt in my mind.
Okay. That's fine.
John M saying, TJ, great shirt tonight. I appreciate it.
That is a nice shirt.
Thank you. This is a I wanted to get it out. This is a Christmas gift there. I got an early Christmas gift from the wife. So thank you, Grumpy Old Man. Thank you, John. I like it. I like the colors. It's a light blue.
It's a little bit, it's better than the tank top you usually wear.
Well, that's what I made sure to change. I made sure to change and showcase this. Brian J said, how many minutes is Wally going to get tonight? I'll tell you, that third line has looked fantastic. Anything short of 15 minutes would be criminal.
Now you're seeing Pellick with Green, so maybe. That's
Martin.
Yeah,
holy shit! He airmails it, and that's right on his stick. That pass is right on his stick, right in front of the net, unimpeded, and he airmails that pass.
Well, that's
We've had a lot of chances early.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What's the one thing? All right, he didn't convert. All right, that's fine. But that's 3 times now where we've had that 2-on-1 coming right down the chute, and they've just not picked it up. That's 3 times in the first 8 minutes of the game.
That bodes well for us. I think, even though they've had some chances going their way, we've looked a lot more threatening offensively than we did the first time we played Detroit a few weeks ago. That's for certain. Yeah, I tell you, no Barzal. It's odd. It's odd not having Matt Barzal in yet. Matt Barzal in for certain. He's another big save by Sorokin.
Yeah, again, Char is out there again. It's not a mistake. It's like they're playing a man down when he's out there.
Dude, Nedeljkovic looks shaky as shit. Did you just see that rebound he provided on the Jean-Gabriel Pageau shot from the corner?
I was just going to say, you're so high on Nedeljkovic, and Carolina didn't know what they were doing. He has looked shaky.
Okay, Nedeljkovic is a good goalie, but he's looked shaky tonight. I say it. I say exactly how I see it. He's looked shaky. I still am a big fan of Nedeljkovic. I think he's a good goaltender. I think he's a good netminder. Do you not agree?
He's okay. I don't think he's anything special. Our goalies are
our goalie is our goalie, I think, is a top 5 netminder in the league.
Yeah, I do too.
I'll go that far, right? I know the numbers are where they are. Could you imagine him playing on a team that had, again, even more offensive pressure? His win totals would be a lot higher. His save percentage is fantastic, and he's come up big on a lot of different situations for us. I think our goal, holy crap, 2-on-1 going the other way for Detroit, but a fantastic job by Mayfield breaking that up.
Okay, again, what's Pellick doing? And the second line today is Bailey, Beauvillier, and Nelson. I just hate that defense pairing. I hate it.
Oh, turnover by Brock Nelson in neutral zone leads to a chance there going back to the way.
Right now, it's a sloppy game. The puck is bouncing all over the place. This is for both teams.
Yep.
No one seems to be able to handle it.
Nice drop pass by Josh Bailey to create a shot opportunity for Beauvillier, but he just throws it right into the crest of Nedeljkovic.
You realize he could have shot the puck there if he wanted to.
He could have. Yes.
But we knew he wouldn't.
John M said, how do I get your podcast t-shirts? In the link in the description below on Facebook and YouTube, there should be an area where it says, we finally have our merch. after many months of promising, it should be merchandise store. If you click on that link, it will bring you to the Etsy link to where you could go ahead and purchase the official podcast t-shirts. We're going to have myself and the grumpy old man have some coming in for us too, so we'll be able to showcase it on the actual podcast as well.
Yeah, and those are all the specialty ones, the Grumpy's Groupies, the Barry and the Vets, the Maddie and the Jags. Those are the shirts that we have available right now. I know we are looking to do another one with the logo.
Yes, we're working on it. Jer Ben says TJ is the Brennan Burke as Grumpy is to Butchie.
Ouch.
I was about to say, maybe Butchie used to be one to where it was, one that you wanted to be labeled with, but towards the tail end, I'm not so sure.
I did have shoulder surgery a few years ago, though, so.
That's funny. John M said, I predict Wallstrom's going to have a big game tonight. I think so, too. I think him and Bellows have looked fantastic. That third line's looked really, really dangerous so far early.
I tell you what, we're walking in on Detroit. They're not very good defensively.
No, I was about to say, they seem very porous. They give up a lot of the ice very easily. They've got a lot of their guys. Again, their defense, that's the reason why they score a lot of goals. Also the reason why they concede a lot of goals. Their defensemen are more offensive oriented and more offensive focused than most in the league.
I'm keeping an eye on the defense pairings. I haven't seen Salo out there recently, which is interesting. I don't know if he picked up a little knock or something like that, but the pairings are getting shifted up all the time. So it's almost like we're playing with 5D right now.
I was about to say, well, yeah, Salo, he's out there on the ice, or no, he's out there on the ice with Green, or no, he's not.
It's Pelican Green right now.
I was about to say, what? Here's the thing that always drives me nuts. Why the hell are we not playing Robin Salo any minutes? We're playing Andy Green, and we're shifting him with Chara. We're shifting Andy Green here with Pellick on the ice right now. I'm just a little confused.
He might have picked up a little knock. That's what I'm wondering. If he picked up a little knock.
I'm not sure, but we haven't seen enough ice time from him.
You've been promoting Detroit pretty hard this last few months. They suck.
What I said about Detroit is they're going to be a force to be reckoned with going forward. Maybe not this year.
Now Salo is out there now.
I said he's with Mayfield. Ooh. Well, here's the thing. Mayfield needs more of a Salo type. He's always been a guy who benefits more from like a Devon Taves, who is out with COVID now as well. But he's always a guy who needed a little bit more of an offensive-minded defenseman to really accelerate his game and to play good hockey.
He needs a puck mover with him. Yeah. That's why he and Pellick look bad all the time.
I'll tell you one thing. Detroit, as defensively sloppy as they've been, they've really generated some offensive chances here early. And so have the Islanders.
I've been happy with our defense, except when Chara's been out there. We've given up some zone time, but not a whole lot of shots coming through. Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ. You saw exactly what I saw, right? Yeah. He gets that down in that scoring zone right at the dot, and he goes ahead and makes that pass, that off direction shot where he's trying to pass it to the stick of the Detroit Red Wings player, and he almost is able to redirect that in the net.
Thank goodness he missed, whoever number 11 is for Detroit. That's one you have to finish. I'm sorry.
It's one they definitely would like.
And his thing, all he has to do is put his stick on it. It's a goal.
Yep. Again, he was impeded down low. So yeah, it was a good job by our team. Good job by our team defense.
I'm happy with our game so far.
Over in the neutral zone.
Again with the turnovers. Again, cross ice passes.
And here it is again. What did we just see the Detroit Red Wings do that created an opportunity? They did that off target shot, which is trying to go to a stick in front of the net. They just had another chance like that, and thankfully that Noah Dobson goes ahead and impedes them from that open opportunity. That seems to be what they're trying to do to generate some offense.
And there's Chara out there again. It's not a mistake. Salo was the perpetrator last time. Chara, the youngest guy and the oldest guy. When I mean youngest, I mean least the most experienced guy and the least experienced guy making those mistakes. Oh, I thought that would have been an icing. Guess not. Now, Nedeljkovic just looks kind of laissez-faire there in that. I'll bounce around. I guess it'll pick it up. I don't know.
You know what, Grumpy? Are you just going to try to shit on Nedeljkovic all afternoon because I think he's a good goalie?
No, I just don't think he's playing extremely well right now. That's all.
Okay, I don't disagree. I said he looked a little shaky earlier. He was kind of playing. He didn't have great rebound control, so we'll be on the lookout there for it. Scott L said Barry forced to put Bavillier back in the lineup. If Barzal was healthy, I could see Barry sitting Bavillier again over Invisibailey.
Possible. We'll never know. He got a bailout there.
And then Jerben said, they keep hyping up Parise's goal. Laughing my ass off, bro. It took him 20 some odd games to score his first goal against an ECHL tier fourth place goaltender. Yeah, I was about to say it was a fourth on the depth chart for the Devils. It was a good goal, shorthanded goal, but they are hyping the hell out of it because it was also, I believe, the anniversary, or it would have been JP Parise's 80th birthday. So I think that's why it's getting a lot of press coverage as well.
The media cartel is nothing if not predictable. You knew they were going to do that. Scores 1 goal in 20-something games, and he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm surprised they're not trumpeting him for a first-line spot.
Oh, good gracious. Good gracious, Grumpy. Yeah, Butch had that shoulder surgery there. Tony G said TJ looks like the kind of guy who tends to misplace spoons and blame it on ghosts.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is. I don't think he knows how to fill up a dishwasher either.
Oh no, I know how to fill up a dishwasher, Grump. That's for certain. Tony G.
There's rumors that you don't know how to do that correctly.
Oh, pathetic. That being said, Tony G said, keep the beard. Oh, and Brian J said, don't pick on Grump. He's the man with little hair.
Very true.
Oh, we got to show that. I'll be honest with you. MSG did AJ Malesko dirty as hell.
Yeah.
I will tell you, we'll bring that tweet up. They picked the most unflattering. They said, hey, submit any questions you have for AJ Malesko. And they picked the most unflattering picture. I felt bad for AJ. I'm like, why the hell is MSG doing her like that?
What is the publicity department doing? I mean, here's the thing, and I'm somebody who picks on AJ occasionally for her lack of hair placement, but I never would have put a picture like that. I'm rooting for her now.
It's almost seriously, when I saw that picture, it's almost like you would see somebody doing that as a smear campaign to be like in Mean Girls would be like, oh yeah, look at how bad XYZ looks, or oh, look how flustered she is, right? She like drops some shit on the ground. And here's the thing, AJ I'm sure is a great sport. I like AJ as a person. She seems like a good gal to get a beer with, but I just couldn't believe they used that picture for her. I honestly, when I saw it, I felt bad for her.
I'm gonna tell you what, Salo is not ready for this level. He's not ready for this level. His decisions he's a little slow making decisions. Now, that being said, how many games has he played? This is his 5th game in the NHL. He just seems like he's really questioning some decisions. And first penalty of the game goes against Scott Mayfield and the Islanders. It was one of those penalties that I just absolutely despise, those little hook jobs that you just tug on the guy a little bit. Penalty. I'm sorry.
Alexander
Scott's like, hey, you let me get around with cross check in, high sticking, slashing, butt ending people, and you call me on something like that. That's just wrong.
Alexander saying, oh, Grump, by the way, West Side Story was actually good, but of course the original was better. This one, they added some stuff, but it was good. You and the warden should watch it.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get to the movies over the holiday season.
Oh, look at that. Tony Cheese said, yellow flag on TJ for not reading the co-host text messages.
There you go. There's a shocker.
George P said, Josh Bailey will put the team on his back tonight. And who the hell am I kidding? He won't do shit.
I'm
or he won't do spit.
To me, he's done. He's done and dusted. I think he's finished.
Really? Hold on. You think it's that? You think it's that bad? I think he, again, and on the right line in the right scenario, I think he could be productive still.
What line? An ECHL line? He's slow.
Shit, man, you're doing Josh dirty, Grump. He hasn't been good
No,
this year, but you're
he's
doing him
been
dirty,
yeah,
man.
but it's not even like I said, never looks like he's trying, but he's like 2 steps slow. His decisions are terrible. Every once in a while he'll make a pass. This is what it looks like when a guy gets into his 30s.
Mm. Now let me ask you: did you have to get in contact with Michael Bay's producers in order to get that CGI explosion?
No, I did not. Thanks for asking, though.
I figured I'd throw a movie reference your way. I thought you would appreciate it, but
Thanks. Which movie?
Transformers, right? Michael Bay does Transformers.
Well, he did Pearl Harbor also. He's done
Look at
other
that.
movies.
Two goalies I really enjoy, Grumpy Nedeljkovic and Jack Campbell.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh, you got what a film saying. I'm picking Brock Nelson to have a good game tonight. Wallstrom might score. I was about to say, I think so. Look at how quick the passing
That's
is by the Detroit Red Wings.
that's why their power play is good.
I think that was a borderline trip by Cal Clutterbuck. If it was 5-on-5 play, his stick definitely got below the skates of a Red Wing. So I think we got away with one there.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll take it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. I'll take it too. Warzone Senior Citizen said, not watching the game, but I'm watching Grumpy Old Man and TJ. Thanks as always, Warzone Senior Citizen.
And Erica, I hope she's doing well also.
Absolutely. Claudia A said, when will we see TJ and Grumpy at a game?
Not anytime soon, unfortunately. We live in different parts of the country.
What the hell was that?
I'm surprised.
Why did John Gabriel Peugeot not slap at that?
I don't. Maybe he was offsides.
Oh, that's exactly what maybe it was. I was like, holy shit,
my God,
Dylan
Larkin.
Larkin. Holy hell. He just carved up the Islanders defense and had a chance, but he roofs it over the net. But a hell of a job stick handling in between our defenders. Wow. Dylan Larkin can move.
He's always had that speed.
Now you got Bertuzzi on the sideboard here, and he throws it back up towards the middle. Man, oh man.
Chara. Why is Chara out here?
They love Chara on the penalty kill. I couldn't tell you why, but he gets depossessed of the puck in the corner. What a shock. But hey, we clear it. So we're eating up some valuable penalty or power play time. James F saying, hey guys, we meet again. What's up, James?
I want to say we need to be more forceful trying to clear the puck out of the zone. You know, a lot of times you want to make a pass, get it to somebody else. I think maybe it's just blasted away time because Detroit, like I said, another team with speed tends to give us problems. I just think they're really not good defensively. I mean, I'm sorry. It's like we're chasing.
We're on the penalty kill though right now.
I know we are, but still.
Oh man, I'd say that was a wide open lane. I think that's 24 who is that? Is that Fabry?
I don't know, but I will say that Sorokin was in such good position. He was never scoring from there. It was going
to be a redirection in front of the net. Okay. No, that was Sutter or Suter, Pius Suter. I believe is how you pronounce his name. He puts a puck on that. He was hoping for that redirection. And again, we did not have anybody marking that guy on that side of the net. But
and a lot of come on, Bailey. See what I mean? Just just get rid of it. Just dump it down the ice. He got lucky, but it's like you don't have time to be stick handling your own zone.
Nedeljkovic must think that he's Patty Kane out here on the ice.
I told you he looks like handle. It looks like he just kind of laissez-faire out there. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm Nedeljkovic.
He needs to touch the puck less. They need to tell him, hey, buddy, go ahead. Once you get on your stick, find a skater so he can go ahead and handle this. And it's a 2-on-1 going the other way. That was a good job by Bavillier getting back and pressuring the defense.
And not committing a penalty.
Absolutely. Fantastic job by Bavillier. I wonder if that gets mentioned because that was a fantastic job by him depossessing the puck and breaking up the 2-on-1 for Detroit.
I tell you what, Detroit just seems to want it more than us right now. And I don't like that. To me, they're not a great team.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Wow. Drew L saying Hoop Realm is here, baby. Hoop Realm. Baby.
Hoop Realm. There you go.
There it is, Grump. I've got an interesting stat I'm going to bring up here at the end of the first period that, oh, my God, that the boards.
Oh, God. Nice
and
job.
You have Parise loses the puck in front of the net. Yikes. Holy crap.
I don't know, just so sloppy on both sides, really, just sloppy.
Mm. Wow. You want to hear this? You want to hear why our team is struggling too? I want you to take a look at this, grumpy old man.
Okay, I'm not going to blame Parisi on that. Was a nice stick check by Rasmussen there. Really nice. Another one of their young guys.
I think it was a borderline slash. Of today's
No.
standard, that's a borderline slash, man. I'll be honest. That almost slipped under Sorokin's pads.
Yeah, I
You want
know.
to talk about a potential wiki? That almost slipped right underneath his pads. And for, as closely contested as this first period has been, giving up a goal like that would have been really heartbreaking. Look at this, though, Grump. You talk about winning the special teams battle. Look at this, grumpy old man. Eric Hornick, the guy who does all the stats for the Islanders. Mayfield is up to 40 penalty minutes this season, second on the team behind Zdeno Chara, who already has 53 penalty minutes. Only the Arizona Coyotes average more penalty minutes than the Islanders. Wow.
Why are you committing penalties? Because
I think a lot of them are fights too, that in game misconducts, or a lot of them are majors and everything like that as well. So we've got a lot of those penalty minutes that add up.
Well, but the whole thing is because you're under pressure, which tends to draw penalties. That's just the way it is.
And you got Martin in. The game, Grumpy, too. Yikes.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What almost, man. Nick Leddy almost did one of his characteristic lazy Leddy opportunities. And here it was. The second line was almost able to go ahead and score. Oh, that was actually the Wallstrom and Bellows
right,
pair.
the Wallstrom Bellows line.
Forced a goal against Nick Leddy because he was being lazy as shit, and they almost forced that turnover, which resulted in a goal.
I so much like Bellows and Wallstrom on this team.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bellows and Wallstrom need to play consistently on the same line. Guess what? When Matt Barzal's back to healthy, Bellows and Wallstrom still need to stick together as a wing combination. They need to play. Bellows and Wallstrom need to play every single night.
I wouldn't mind seeing them paired up with Barzal, actually.
I'm pretty sure Barry Trotz would have a heart attack.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm not saying what Barry's going to do. That's what I'd like to see. They all can score. That's what you want from your first line.
Warzone Senior Citizen wants to know, he said, are the rumors true that Chris Cuomo applied to be this show's producer? No, we don't have the budget for a guy like that.
We have better morals than he has.
That too. Jewel said, what's cracking, TJ and Grump? Not much. Matthew S. said, first time checking out the live stream. Enjoy the game, guys. Yeah, absolutely, Matthew S. there. Welcome to the Islanders Never Say Die podcasting community. What a Films saying here. The goalies are some of the best skaters, Grumpy. Coming from an ex-goalie like What a Films.
No.
Oh, gracious. A nice setup by Palmieri.
Compared to what? People on the street? Yeah. But not compared to other
goalies are good skaters. Not all.
Yeah, okay, but they're not such good skaters where they could play a regular shift on a consistent basis.
Michael T said, good evening, cool kids. Good to see you. I want to win this game in regulation. What do you think? Hey, man, I'm feeling confident. This game. Detroit, even though they've had a few chances going their way and they've seemed to apply more pressure in the second half of the period, I think we showed early on that there were quite a few opportunities for us when Detroit was making mistakes. And here's the thing. What have we always talked about? When does Barry Trotz hockey work best? When teams make uncharacteristic mistakes because they're trying to press and they're trying to score goals on the Islanders and that their defense does not buckle. That's how we win. I think I think we could chalk up to maybe a quintessential Barry Trotz style of gameplay and a Barry Trotz win. This is a Barry Trotz style. I think his style works well tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know who was this with this. I mean, this guy looks old as hell, this announcer.
On the left. Yeah, I don't know who it is, Grump. James F saying, TJ, where's the tank top? I get ridiculed. People say don't wear the tank top, doesn't look professional. So I brought out some other different Islanders memorabilia.
Why don't you just say new shirt? Why don't you say that?
Yeah, sure. Michael T. Yep. Barzy's out with COVID.
Yep.
Different mindset. I think Grumpy's internet just spiked, but it's cleared up now.
See, you push that narrative that somehow it's my internet's fault. It's not. It's yours.
I'm just telling you. I think it was, but maybe not. Um, Jeremy F said Grumpy looks like a Georgia peach at time, just a little fuzzy. I told you looked a little fuzzy, Grump. I thought you did, but I wasn't sure.
It's because everything gets run through your thing. See, that's what happened.
Tony Cheese said, I must be hallucinating because I think I've seen Chara out in the ice for 5 of the first 6 minutes. Well, it's just because he's out there. It looks so bad. He just leaves that lasting image in your head.
I told you not to drop that last tub of acid, but he just did it anyway. So you kind of get what you get. I hope you're going to, sounds like you're having a bad trip right now.
Oh, we got here. Grumpy Old Man wanted to show you the stats from the end of the first period. Islanders being outshot 14-10. We do have that penalty kill as well, but it has not been a very physical game so far.
No, not at all. Detroit's not a physical team, and really, I know the Islanders have tried to be that, but don't know. You know, I don't know. I just don't think that's the case right now.
Yeah, James F. Bavillier is back in the lineup. That's for certain. Jeremy F. saying, do you think that Wallstrom is being kept on the third line to have 3 offensive lines instead of just 2? I don't know. Here's the thing. If I think they were using that bullshit rationale that they try to say, hey, we got to spread the love on every line, I feel like Wallstrom would play more than 9-10 minutes a night.
That's what I was just going to say. It's the minutes, which are so limited. That's the issue. If you played a regular shift, I don't care what line you play on, as long as you have compatible teammates and show some offensive prowess, which that line has done. But they need to play more. Why are you going to roll out Josh Bailey for 16, 17, 18 minutes a game and you play this guy 10 or 11? It just makes it's nonsense.
Matthew S. saying, would it surprise anyone if they re-sign Chara for 2 more years? If they re-sign Zdeno Chara for 2 more years, I think there would be mutiny and riots amongst the New York Islanders community. I think they would storm UBS and tear UBS Arena to the ground.
Yeah, he's a one and done. He's one and done.
And 1 year was too much, to be quite frank.
Yeah.
Jeremy F. said, could you see Pelech and Dobson and Salo and Pulak as pairings next season? I think here's the thing. I think you keep Pulak and Pelech together. They work so well. We noticed earlier on this year when they were trying to spread the love to other defensive pairings, which is, I guess, just a mentality that Trotz likes to incorporate. It didn't work very well. Don't fix what's not broken. The Pelech-Pulak tandem is fantastic. If you could have Dobson and Salo working well together, that would be, you talk about an offensive, two defensemen that can really be offensively skilled. That's one, because Mayfield could be had at the right price at the deadline if we were out of the playoff picture, in my opinion.
Agreed. I have that tweet that I sent to TJ earlier today that he just ignored because, if it doesn't come from TJ, it doesn't really exist. But a current NHL coach told Kevin Kurtz, the Islanders are extremely disciplined with their 5-on-5 play, and the players are very detailed to the system. Their goal is to limit 5-on-5 chances. They struggle to create offense because of it. And then he also said, we feel their D is way too slow for today's game. And if they don't get elite goaltending, they will get exposed. I think that's a very fair assessment of the Islanders right now.
Just so you know, that is not a tweet. That is a direct quote from The Athletic.
Right. And that's right. But it was a tweet from Kevin Kurtz, who works with The Athletic.
Hold on, he tweeted that. It's not showing as a tweet for me, but let me see. I don't follow Kevin Kurtz. I guess I need to follow him now because he's the beat writer for the Islanders on The Athletic.
He's way better than Arthur Staple. Way better. It looks like he has connections throughout the league, and he's not afraid to ask them what they feel about the Islanders. I don't think Staple ever did that.
Well, you better watch out. You might have your press pass taken away. You better be careful, Kevin. You better chime in and just agree with everything the cartel media says. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not seeing it as a tweet. I am seeing the article, but not as a tweet, Grumpy Old Man. So we can't show anything that's behind that paywall on the article just because they could go ahead and give us a little shame over there. James F. saying, COVID sucks. For certain it does. And then Michael T. saying, oh, my Halle Berry. Oh, Halle Berry action, Grump. I didn't know if you're going to go off on a Halle Berry. I mean, she's a movie actor.
I didn't know. I just didn't know how Halle Berry was.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. I know her name. I didn't know how she was tying into anything that's been said so far in the comments.
I was just popping it up.
Let's sing an Oh Sherry. Oh Halle Berry. Just on the Journey thing.
Oh, Jeremy F saying it wasn't necessarily that Ratu has COVID. It was a team. Yeah. Michael M. What's up, Michael M? How are you?
What's up, Eminem?
Eminem, I like that. I like that. The City Life Project says, "What's up, boys? Great show." Well, thank you, City
I,
Life Project.
I like that picture.
I do too.
Looks
Yeah.
like it stands for something.
I was about to say, it looks like it's some. It doesn't have any writing on it though, so it's got me thinking, Grump.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do.
Joe Micheletti with Brendan Burke tonight. I like Joe Micheletti in the role. I do.
So do I. So do I.
Michael T saying the Sorokin Wall.
Okay.
Sorokin Wall.
See, I mean, we already dismissed that one, Michael. That's been, I think, what is it? The difference? What have we been calling him? The difference.
Soroking, the difference. As
Soro
John
King. I know. I don't like Soro King only because, Lundqvist was known as the king. I just think it's, you're playing the same town. It's just a little too similar.
Matthew S. We actually are ahead of some people's streams, Grump. So that's pretty good. Nick D said, "Do you guys think Barry is starting to lose the room? Like you guys said, is there some sort of disconnect within the team? Not yet.
Yeah, I think the disconnect might be between Lou and Barry,
Yes.
but
I
I
think,
don't.
and again, I'm not sure how big that disconnect is, right? Because I think they agree on a lot of the same things, right? Anytime you're talking to somebody, the likelihood you're going to agree on 100% of the things, unlikely. It just might be that the Golashev item that we saw was just one of the items they weren't agreeing on. If people take that out of context, we had like Sherwood 998 or 9980 was like, "You guys are blowing this out of proportion." Like, no, I said, I think we're just trying to show that there is disconnects occasionally between Barry and Lou.
Yeah, not everything is. Hey, Johnny, it's great.
Yep.
Hey, Buffy, how are things with you? Fantastic, Johnny. Looks like
Chase,
your house burned down. That's okay. We like to roast marshmallows.
Chase H saying here, Ross Johnston over Matt Martin. I agree.
True.
I
True.
agree. Nick D said Bavillier had 0 points in the last 13 games. What's Bailey's stat? I think Bailey's got more than 0 points in the last 13 games. I do know that.
He had one of those secondary assists the other day.
Grumpy, are you tired? You're rubbing your eyes.
Actually,
Grumpy.
I got about 3 hours sleep last night.
What happened, Grump?
The warden was driving the car and she put it in the park, but something went amiss. So I had to arrange to get it towed to a place. But the way the towing was done, it took me 3.5 hours for AAA or AA, whatever it is. I forget,
Double A's are bad.
automobile, whatever the heck they call it, to have them come out and tow the truck because I sent the wrong truck, and then they sent another truck, and it was a disaster. So I didn't get much sleep last night, and it winds up there was nothing wrong with the car. So I think the warden just shut it off while it was kind of semi in gear.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
I think she needs to go to solitary for that before we let her back into Gen Pop.
Oh my goodness, Grumpy. Well, the good thing is there's nothing wrong with your car.
Yeah, that was a very, very positive.
Josh Bailey over the last 13 games, just to give the stat line, has 1 goal and 6 assists. So he's put up points. I mean, Bavillier, when we say Bavillier's been struggling, I mean, that's an understatement. Bavillier has been struggling big time.
Yeah, but Bailey's the typical assist. It's like has nothing to do with the play at all. So
Jared Ben saying, as much as I love Martin as a guy, Ross is a much better player at this phase. Yeah, I 100% agree.
You see the difference out here. Martin can't skate anymore. Another guy. That's what happens when you get into your 30s. You can't skate as well anymore.
Yep. There's nothing wrong with that. Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not ripping the guys. It's the GM and the coach. The GM for not saying, hey, we have to replace these guys with younger models. And the coach saying, well, I like the old guys. Well, you get what you get then.
Matthew S. said, I know Grumpy loves Mayfield, but he's just been dreadful to me this season.
I would give him a C, maybe even a C- for the year. He's not been good.
Nope, he hasn't. And that's why we were saying, if we're out of the playoff picture, come around, trade deadline, or even after January, even beginning of January, I would look to move him to any defensive hungry team because he's a bona fide top four defenseman. He's a much better playoff defenseman than he is in the regular season. You get away with a lot more cross-checking and clutching and grabbing in the playoffs than you can in the regular season, which is why he's second on the team in penalties. It's also the reason why Zdeno Chara is number one on the team in penalties because just can't skate, doesn't move his feet very well. But in the playoffs, you get away with that type of shit. So
True.
he's a guy that he gets only 1.45 million cap hit, and he has another year on his contract. That is a player that will get you a king's ransom, even if he's struggling during the regular season. He will get you a king's ransom because of what he did last year in the playoffs. I can promise you that.
And he was good 2 years ago in the playoffs also. So, I mean, he's kind of almost like a proven playoff performer, honestly.
I like this. I like this picture. Let's go Islanders. I like how he's got the Soro King and he's got the little king hat on, or he's got the little crown on.
Well, the crown. Thank you.
I like the king hat better, grumpy old man. He says Lou needs to ship Bailey off ASAP. 2 turnovers in under 5 seconds in one shift.
Yeah, you were trying to blame Bavillier. It was Bailey. Bailey is a useless dog.
Oh, good gracious. Chase H saying here, seeing Spider-Man No Way Home pre-screening on Thursday.
You know, it's funny because I have a connection with the movie theaters where I can go to advanced showings for everything, but they're always Thursday nights. But TJ's got me shackled to the podcast chair. So I don't get to see any of them.
Oh, you know what, Grumpy? I'm sorry. What can I say, man?
He's not really sorry, though.
No, I'm not. That's correct.
I
want to show you the image where and this is the one where they did MSG did AJ Melisko wrong. And here's the thing. I hope MSG asked AJ Melisko before using this image of her, because if they didn't, I would be pissed as all hell. It's like, when you're on Instagram or, you're taking a group picture and, you have a friend and everybody, they take like 5 or 6 pictures and your friend posts an image where you've got your eyes closed, you've got like a double chin, you've got everything humanly imaginable wrong for the picture is what is in this picture. I mean, I tell you, MSG did AJ Melisko wrong here, grumpy old man. Wrong as hell. I mean, this is not a flattering image. And it's like, okay, let me zoom out so you can see the full image. But she's like, okay, she drops some papers on the ground and it says, got questions for AJ Melisko? Tweet them at us with Ask AJ. And maybe she'll answer them in tomorrow's pregame.
It's like, look at her.
It's not a flattering. Like, seriously, if I'm one of those big networks, right? I'm using an image like she's at work, she's sitting behind a desk, or she's got like some Islanders items behind her, and she's ready to go, and she looks like she's got a professional setting. Not like she's in the parking garage and dropped some papers, and her hair's a mess, and her headphones are all over the place, and she's got a cup of coffee in one hand. I'm sorry, MSG did her wrong.
She looks like someone who's just come off a bender. I mean, just not a good look. And I can't believe that that's the picture that they put up.
Well, no, that's what I was about to say. That's the issue I have the most with. Maybe, and here's the thing, I'll give the MSG the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they talked to AJ beforehand, like, hey, this will be a funny picture to use. Are you okay with that? That's the only way that I would be like, okay, but this is not a flattering image at all. I really feel bad for AJ that they did her like this. They did it dirty.
Look at her hair. It doesn't matter what she does. It's all over the place.
Well, dude, that's what makes this. And she probably was wearing her hood if this thing has a hood on it. Maybe not. I don't know. If it has a hood on it, maybe she was wearing a hood. But, dude, MSG did her dirty as hell. MSG got to do better than that, man.
Yeah. She's one of your personalities. You make her look as terrible as possible.
She's one of the talents, right? MSG, that's one of the talents on the show. She is the personality. She's one of the people that they say, oh yeah, AJ Melisko, we know this person, and you try to make her look bad. I mean, that's not, maybe if AJ Melisko is fine with it, whatever, that's fine. But I couldn't imagine too many people being happy with them using that image because it's not a flattering image of her.
It would be like sending a picture of Butch. Ask Butch a question, and he comes out like in stained boxers and like a torn t-shirt.
Like he's got a white undershirt on underneath.
It's not white though. It's like dingy gray.
No, he's got white, but the armpits are yellow, and his hair is all messed up as shrew, and he looks like he hasn't brushed his teeth in a while. Oh man, he's got like his hair all over the place because he's woke up with bedhead. It's not. I just feel bad for AJ. It's not a flattering image. That's
not at all.
You got to do better than that.
Like they said, they managed to make. Maybe they're doing it because they know I pick on AJ, and they try to make her more sympathetic. But I feel for her now.
I do too. And here's the thing, right? We call it every which way. We're not going to lie and sugarcoat it and say, "Oh, well, this is humanized." I just think it's a very unflattering image and bad on you, MSG. Um,
True.
Nick D said Barry must be insane because he keeps playing Bailey.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. I, I don't care how smart he is; he can't play. I'm sure there's some astrophysicists out there who know how to skate. That doesn't mean they should get a spot on the team.
uh, Dave F said, "I'm happy. I work super early in the morning, so I don't have to watch the whole game with Chara, Bailey, and Palmieri on the ice. Mayfield with another penalty. Why can't Aho play? He's better than Chara and Salo at the moment."
True. True. Very, very true.
JG says, "Grumpy, no Bailey equals no content." No, I
Not
was going
true.
to say, JG, come on now. I about to say, come on, don't do us dirty like that.
I'm not.
You're
I
not
haven't even talked
We're
about
not
Bailey today.
reliant upon Josh Bailey. If people comment about it, we're gonna read it in the comments. That's for certain. James F said, "TJ, I don't know what kind of Christmas you're from. I see Santa commercials all wear white gloves. What planet are you from?"
Good question.
I just don't like the silky white gloves on Santa Claus. I don't
You
know.
said that you didn't think that was the case, that they didn't wear those, but it is the case.
Well, I just don't like them. What can I say? James F said, "Hey, the Islanders are 7th in penalty kill." That's
Yeah.
good.
I just think, I mean, who are the power plays we're playing in recent times?
I was about to say we've gone through a very, very I think middle of the road part of our season, right? We've hit a few teams that are not the greatest teams, a lot of mediocre teams. We have to start coming away with points. So I said 14 points over the 20 game or the over the 20 point possibility over that 10 game span. It's still possible. We need a total of 7 points over the next 4 games. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Alexander said, "Yeah, the Detroit power play is only 26th in the NHL. They moved the puck really well for being 26th in the NHL."
They just can't finish. They just can't finish. Guys just missing wide open chances. They're just not there yet.
Yeah, Bavilla getting back on defense, that's big. And then James F said, "Guys, will you ever have a third special guest to join your show, watch and comment on the games?" I don't know if maybe we'll do one where we'll have like during the game, but we're just trying this out. We're still kind of getting our hang of this too, doing live streams during the game. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. And then James F said, "Bellows and Wallstrom won't be on a line because Barry won't let it happen."
True. Second period has started. Detroit coming out of their own zone. A little bit of repeat of the first period here to start. Seems like a slow-paced game. Nice block shot by Martin. Lose the puck, of course. There's Dobson. Nice pass to Casey, and they're out of the zone.
Well, we've got a 3-on-2 going the other way, and Matt Martin just gets caught flat-footed there at the line, at the blue line there, trying to enter the zone, and we turn the puck over.
Detroit's not really good. I'm sorry, they're not very good. And by the way, they will not make the playoffs. You've seen Boston.
I don't think Detroit's going to make the playoffs. I said it would be if they did, they squeak in as the 8th seed in the playoff picture. But I don't think they're ready yet. Next year they will be in the playoffs. You can mark that down. Next year Detroit will make the playoffs.
Okay.
And 2 years from now they're going to be a contender.
Okay.
Do you not think so?
No.
They've got an immense amount of cap space available this offseason. They've got Lucas Raymond and Mo Cedar. And you've got Dylan Larkin and guys that are really young and talented on that team, all growing at the same age. I think I'm very bullish on their future. Oh, look at the Nick Leddy of old.
Yeah. He's like, what? He looks better with a beard.
I was about to say he's a guy who looks like the mountain man with the beard. I'm sure he's happy he can grow that beard back out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see what the problem is with guys growing beards, honestly.
You have to earn your beard. It's like George Steinbrenner back in the day.
No, you weren't allowed any facial hair back then.
You also had to keep your hair off your collar, right?
Yeah, you had to have not high and tight, but
you had to keep your hair off your collar, right?
Yep. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case too. He didn't know scruffiness from George Steinbrenner.
Okay,
I don't remember the exact rule.
He was very meticulous over what you can have as your hair, and he's one of the only guys that are like that. Nedeljkovic gets knocked down low.
he was laying down for some reason.
He gets knocked down there. So I'm not sure what knocked him down, whether it was a Red Wing colliding into him or a guy from the Islanders. But the Islanders dumped the puck, and Mo Cedar's going to be headed with it, coming the other way for the Red Wings. Nice pressure by Josh Bailey. He forces a dump there by Cedar, and he forces the turnover. Nice job by Bailey putting pressure on him. You've got Brock Nelson streaking across. Anthony Beauvillier is wide out there on the edge, and he goes ahead and has a hell of a shot, a wrister, and it gets blocked by Nedeljkovic up high. But a good shot and opportunity by Brock Nelson and Anthony Beauvillier.
I want to know why Barry's allowed to grow a beard. Oh, maybe that's from the olden days.
That's from the old days. Look at that. I know it's hard to tell because
he looks exactly the same.
No, Barry looks like he's put on about 10 pounds. Remember, he's small, but he looks like he's put on about 10 pounds on the frame.
Yeah, it happens to a lot of us. What can I tell you?
Yeah, that's it. Let's Go Islander said Barry seems to be losing his connection with the team. He's so stubborn. He doesn't care about the young guys. Wally is arguably the second best on this squad right now. He's played fantastic, and I just hope he gets more ice time. That third line has looked fantastic tonight. We need to see them getting more time on the ice. We've got a 3-on-2 headed the other way. Anthony, oh, Jesus.
Dobson, nice driving in. Bailey tried, Nelson tried to make a pass to Bailey. It would have been a waste anyway because you know he's not shooting. Again, does he even consider it an option? I just want to know.
Okay, here's Anthony Beauvillier with it behind the net. He goes ahead and gets the pass there to Pelech, who goes ahead and cycles it back there for Salo, who tries to put it on net, gets deflected. The shot gets blocked before it gets in the net. Holy shit! Oh, it's that Beauvillier! Oh my God! It takes a huge bounce off the board for the Islanders, and it's virtually a wide open net, and Beauvillier just can't put it on target. Oh, from the side of the net, Jesus Christ, Beauvillier! Oh,
Detroit sucks.
Detroit has not looked good by any stretch of the imagination tonight. Nedeljkovic makes a good set. Holy shit, Beauvillier, you have
right through the crease.
That one in the net.
Oh,
you have got to put that one in the net, man. You have got to put that. I guess like he's kind of going. He's behind the net, but he's got to put that on net.
Yeah, bank it off the goalie. Something. It's a very tough angle.
It is a very tough angle
in his defense, but still, he's a.
That's one you want to put on net. Oh man. State of Survival said, did we sign a 36-year-old Michael Del Parise to replace 27-year-old Michael Del Cole?
Pretty much.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like I said, you're not getting a whole lot more from Parise than you got from Del Cole.
I think Parise is better than Del Cole. It's not significant, but I think a little bit. I mean, the offense definitely isn't there. Here's the thing. Let's see how this third line looks again. You've got a Parise centering Wahlstrom and Kiefer Bellows. A good job there on the dump, and let's see if they can pin him deep.
Nope.
Nick Leddy with the speed. Nick Leddy with the afterburners on, but he turns over the puck. A Nick Leddy special.
That's just like his just like with the Islanders.
Nice pass by Kiefer Bellows, and it leads for that opportunity and chance there for a weak wrister by Casey Cizikas, seeing the whole way and saved by Nedeljkovic.
Yeah.
This is talking about the old trade between the Lightning and the Islanders. The Islanders received Anthony Beauvillier, and the Lightning acquired there Anthony Cirelli, as well as Michael Stevens, a second and a third.
It's Mitchell Stevens.
I'm sorry.
But I'm going to tell you what, who came out better on that deal if you think about it?
Shit, maybe Tampa. I mean, Cirelli's pretty good, and Beauvillier's been wildly inconsistent. I think when Beauvillier plays his style, sure, he's fantastic, but he's wildly inconsistent.
Very true.
Oh, man.
Martin. Ugh.
Oh, it was Cizikas or it was Kyle Clutterbuck who skyrocketed that over the net. Oh, that's gonna be a power play for the Islanders.
Yep.
Here it is, tripping. Nice job. Cizikas draws that power play opportunity.
It's going to be nice to see how they do without Barzal on the power play. They slide Bailey back up there on the first power play unit.
Jesus Christ. Remember how great the power play has been as of recent. And now you've got, really the driver of the power play, Matt Barzal, is that, it's a trip. That's a trip. I was looking to see if it was, one of the lucky calls for the Islanders, but it's a trip. Warzone Senior Citizen says, if I slip Grumpy Old Man a $50 bill in his hoodie, would he live stream with TJ a UFC heavyweight main event?
I'd love to do a battle of the tough men. The tough man competition's better.
Like Rough and Rowdy or something? Have you ever
whatever.
seen Rough and Rowdy?
No.
It's done by Barstool Sports, where they're not professional fighters and they just are these.
That's the best. Those are the best.
Pummel the hell out of each other, and they've got like these crazy personalities. Again, it's just more off the cuff. It's fun. Those are pay-per-view. The fights are not good, but it's just more like they're. I think the characters are more insane, which is kind of fun to watch.
True. Philadelphia with a 4-1 lead over New Jersey tonight. There's average missing the net. Puck goes right to Wallstrom.
I think this second period, I think we've looked the better side. Given we're on the power play right now, but I think we've looked a better team so far this second period.
Agreed.
And that's a good bounce back, right? I think we started the first period off. We looked the better team. And then in the second half, we kind of trailed off a little bit. And Detroit had more offensive pressure and, higher opportunities to score. And I just hope it's not going to be the same way the second period. We need to sustain this pressure and keep everything going. But our power play has not looked good. No Barzal on the power play has resulted in Noah Dobson, Anders Lee, Nelson, Brock Nelson, Oliver Wallstrom, and Kyle Palmieri on the power play unit. It has not looked good. Holy shit.
Oh, my God.
If he did not lose that puck, stick handling across the middle of stick handling right across the crease, he would have had a prime opportunity to score for the
like I said, I don't know if the pucks aren't cold enough, if the ice is a little choppy. But it's just very, very sloppy. A lot of those passes end up just like that.
The boards bounce like freaking crazy. I'd say that much. The puck is bouncing all over the boards. The second power play unit for the Islanders, again, without Matt Barzal, is Robin Salo, Josh Bailey, Jean-Gabriel Pajot, Anthony Bavillier, and Zach Parise. Second power play unit.
Why is Kiefer Bellows not out there?
Couldn't tell you why Kiefer Bellows is not on the power play unit after producing.
There's Bailey.
Bailey. Ivan D said, I'd comment, but the Islanders once again have nothing to comment about. What's new?
Oh, geez.
Oh, little man. Jer Ben, Grumpy said before, he doesn't, I don't think his wife even knows he's on the internet like that.
She doesn't consider this me doing it. She thinks that I'm just playing.
The warden thinks you're just playing?
That's it. I said, I'm doing a job. She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, I am.
Barry need to leave. Yeah, Ross in. I agree. And I swear, Char's a human statue. That's right, Alexander. I agree. James F. saying, Grump, are you finished Christmas shopping?
I have not even started.
Grump, Christmas is what? It's only like 11 days away.
What can I tell you? I bought myself some gifts.
Hold on. You bought yourself Christmas gifts. Let me get that right.
I'll make sure I get something I like.
Why don't you? Now, do you wrap it and put it under the tree for yourself? Or hold on. Let me ask you this. Are you wrapping any presents?
No. I get one of those bags and a little tissue paper. There you go.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
And then when it's time for another present, I just swap out the old bag, put the present in a bigger bag.
You reuse the same bags every year?
Absolutely.
So what's the oldest bag you have? Do you have some bags from pre-2000s?
No, I don't know when they came out with those bags, but it's not before the 2000s.
LGI, Let's Go Islanders said, hear me out. If Wallstrom was playing on another team, he'd be a 60-plus point player.
I don't know that, but I'm going to bet you be 45 to 50.
I was about to say 45. I would feel confident to say he'd be putting up over 50 points if he was playing those type of minutes. That's for certain.
I mean, the kid can shoot the puck. It's a really welcome commodity in the league, except for the Islanders, of course.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, way too much puck chasing right now. And Jared Ben said, I could see it now. Chara on the offseason, if he resigns 5 years, $5 million per, Barry's wet dream. No, no way in hell.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Have you ever noticed Anders Lee is always frowning? That's what Jared Ben said. I haven't been paying attention to it, but
he has one of those jaws, like that Sergeant Slaughter jaw, that's really out there. So the only thing you could do is frown, like, no. That's an order, maggot.
Chase H said, "Do you think Ryan Pulak could have got injured blocking a shot because Chara could not cover his guy, causing a chance which Pulak was injured?"
I don't know. That stuff just happens.
Yeah.
I don't even know who was out there with him at the time.
Yeah, Alexander, I agree. Your top two lines should be your scoring lines. Bottom two should be energy and more defensive and situational items.
The third line should be your checking line, and the fourth line should just be an energy line. And they shouldn't play a whole lot of minutes. Not like this team where you think that's, oh my gosh. Again, they do the same thing. Okay.
And that's honestly, that should be interference by, I thought it should have been interference possibly by Andy Green.
Okay. But Pellick just stood there and the guy skated right into him. It's like, dude, do something.
Pellick has looked less than impressive so far this season, especially without Ryan Pulak. He has not looked great.
Yeah.
Who the hell is that? Tyler Bertuzzi. Nice move, number 59 by Bertuzzi. And nice job by Casey Zizekas forcing that turnover. Oh, Big Z, baby. Big Z's driving the net.
Well,
Big Z.
I just think he couldn't stop the freight train, so he had to do a skate around.
Once he got about to the blue line, he said, it's going to take me about the whole rest of the length of the ice for me to go ahead and slow down. So he had to slowly start decelerating.
Nice transition back to defense by this last group here.
Yeah.
Which is the de facto first line, and Chara and Dobson. Chara hadn't got back yet from being in the offensive zone, but Dobson was back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Grump. Halle Berry is in the Caesars commercials. She's Cleopatra, Grumpy.
Oh, okay. Really? That did not look like her. I seen those commercials. That does not look like her. Looks like somebody else. It looks like Elizabeth Banks almost.
Oh my God. Lee turns over the freaking puck as he's getting checked right here, and it keeps it in our defensive zone. Bad turnover by Anders Lee. And here it is. Now Detroit's got some more sustained offensive zone pressure. Zdeno Chara has been out on the ice for more than a minute and 30 seconds. As you can imagine, all he's doing is standing in front of the net, cross-checking that guy from Detroit. That son of a bitch. Zdeno Chara. I tell you, imagine what usual skating you see out of Zdeno Chara, add a minute and 30, a minute and 40-second shift. There's even less movement from him, if that's possible to be believed. And Detroit almost gets caught with 6 men on the ice.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're disheveled out there, Detroit.
Zdeno Chara still has not gotten off the ice. He's been on the ice for more than 2 minutes.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
The last guy
nice
you want
rolling save by Sorokin. A nice save there on a second opportunity and chance by Sorokin. Jesus. Zdeno Chara's been out there for about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Holy shit, guys. Yikes.
And it's a penalty against the Islanders.
Oh my God. And we take a freaking penalty.
Jesus. Well, that's why they had 6
blocks for slashing.
That's why they had 6 guys on the ice.
Ugh. You hate it. You hate to see it. Scott L said Sorokin, the ruble.
The ruble, no. See, I'm sorry. That's really not a penalty.
Well, he slashed. He broke the stick. He did.
Do you see how Sorokin comes
across
and makes that save?
Holy shit. Sorokin is a freaking bona fide top 5 goalie in the NHL. He was out of position, was unable to see anything, and you see that cat-like reflex. He sprawls all the way across his net to make that save. Fantastic job by Sorokin. When I said I thought Sorokin was going to come and steal today's game, he would have an excellent performance. He is playing out. He's playing lights out this evening. Lights out by Sorokin.
That's how he plays.
He's dialed in, guys. He is dialed in.
I mean, wide open net, gaping wide open net. I thought the guy maybe got deflected or missed it.
Or he just missed the net.
I can't believe he came across and made that save.
That's one of those top 10 saves. That's one of those top 10 play type of saves. It was fantastic job. Fantastic. The guy, I tell you, he is so limber and he moves around so quickly. I tell you, Sorokin, fantastic. Fantastic, Grumpy.
Fantastic. Ugh. I mean,
and we've got a little bit of chaos going on in our own zone.
That's how we usually score.
Holy, come on. Well, we look like we're a little out of Jesus Christ. How'd that go in? Was that deflected off of Bertuzzi?
Yeah. You could feel it coming, though, couldn't you?
Jesus. Yikes.
Pelican Mayfield again.
was on the power play or penalty kill for us.
Going to send Bailey out. That'll calm everything down.
And one more after he loses.
Oh man, I want to go ahead and share this tweet.
That's a weakie.
Oh Jesus freaking Christ! After he makes a save like that, he lets in a goal like that. Jesus Christ!
It looks like he just overplayed a little bit with his blocker.
He missed on the blocker a little bit, and Larkin scores from deep. Oh man, that's one
you want
Sorokin wants back. That is great as this save is that I'm going to pop up on screen. Sorokin lets in a weakie. Oh Jesus Christ!
He let in a Varley on that one.
He Varley did. Here's the thing, though. I want to show you this for people who are not watching the game at the moment. This save right here is freaking fantastic. We're going to go ahead and put this on a big screen so you can see it. As you can see, the Daniel Chara was supplanted in front of the net. And Sorokin, again, is sliding. Look at when this puck is shot. Look how far out of position Sorokin is.
And his momentum is going that way also.
Who the hell is not? Oh, my God. Is that Palmieri who is way the hell out of? He's not covering his man. Palmieri is in no man's land over here. Am I seeing this right, Grumpy? Palmieri is in no man's land. He's like, where's my guy? Oh, hold on a sec. This is my guy. Yeah. And look at this shot.
What a save.
What a freaking save. As weak as that goal was he just let in, what a freaking save.
We cannot lose this game.
And you watch people blame Sorokin if we lose this game. You watch it. The goal he gave up was weak, no doubt about it. But he's also making these fantastic saves. I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys.
Okay.
Right?
If you don't score any goals, you're not winning a game anyway.
That is true. That is true, right? When you give up one goal, you think the team should be able to provide a little bit more offense than one goal again, or one goal.
And you think about how well the power play had looked of recent, and you take Barzell off it, and it's like, all right, we're playing a man down. And if Bailey's out there, it's like we're playing 3 men down.
James F. said, guys, my sciatic is getting better. My son says our next game is Sunday versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Might be the first game at the new arena.
Okay. Oh, you're okay. I got you. I'm sorry. I was reading the next game for the Islanders. I think we play Boston next, right?
Yes, we play Boston next.
Yeah. I misread it.
Michael T said, I cannot stand Joe Micheletti. Oh, I don't want to talk about a do you want to talk about a corporate shill?
Yeah, he's a homer for certain.
Josh, the degenerate wastoid Bailey.
Okay, that's a good nickname for him.
Grumpy. Joe Micheletti is a Rangers announcer. He is.
He's the color guy.
Let's Go Under said Shannon over AJ.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Don't disagree.
I'll tell you what. I was so happy that they have Shannon. I don't know if it's Shannon's idea or not, but I think her mixing it up with the crowd is really, really good. I think it's smart because she's very personable. I think everyone loves her. And, I don't know. I didn't hear her sing. She's probably not great, but maybe she is. But the fact that she went out there and did that, I just think I love that they did that. That to me, that's entertaining for intermissions.
It is entertaining for intermission. Again, she's a person of the people for the people. She's beloved by the Islander fans, and when you see stuff like that, you just love her even more. When I see
grumpy old man,
you said she loves the grumpy old man, huh?
No, I said she's like the grumpy old man, person of the people. That looked like it was offsides.
Yes, it did. That did look like it was offsides. Grumpy old man. Jerben said, "I like Mayfield, but he's been a D at best, if not a D minus."
Now, see, they did the same thing we did in the first period. Number 37 there. It's like, dude, you have to, and I'm going to give the same.
It was a great job by Beauvillier pickpocketing the devil, right? Beauvillier gets sat. You see a whole different level from him tonight, and we need that, right? Maybe we need to do that to other players if that's going to be the magic button we have.
That's what I've said, right? And here's the thing, but he won't do it because some guy is just a different, not guys are not held to the same standard. Oh my gosh, that's got to be that looked like interference to me.
It's hard to understand what you were saying, but yeah, It did look like interference on Pelech for certain. It looked like Pelech interfered here.
Yeah, I thought it was. There's a couple of cross checks from Chara. he still loses the puck. He knocked the guy. He separated the guy's vertebrae from his spine, but he still lost the puck. I don't understand.
Big Z. Well, you can't do it anymore, man. We all know that's the case.
Ugh.
Our Ferrant 22 said, I always listen to your podcast, watching this in the drive-through line. Keep up the good work, fellas. Rick from suburbs of Detroit. Well, thanks there, Rick. We appreciate it. Holy
Rick,
shit. Who the hell was that? Was that Brock Nelson?
Yeah.
That was one of the weakest freaking clearances I'd ever seen. It allows a wide open chance.
Oh my God. Do you realize how close Chara was for just throwing that out for just throwing it straight out?
Yes, he was for a delay of game penalty. Yes,
Yes.
old man. Are you grumpy? Come on, man.
Detroit's totally in control right now. Totally in control.
I don't know if you're in disbelief because they are in control. It's like that power play goal, or that goal that Sorokin let in just completely changed the script of things.
We're
changed momentum.
We are lost out there. Bailey's out there. Chara.
Holy shit! Another wide open chance by Detroit.
God.
And again, we're lucky that it goes wide, but they are having a lot of premium opportunities to score. Holy shit.
Parise. Okay.
Another shift where Zdeno Chara was on the ice for more than a minute and 30 seconds.
How about this?
Again.
Another shift where Parise's out there and no Bellows and Wallstrom. I'm dying to see what their ice time is.
Why the what? Dude, Chara cannot skate. He cannot get out of his own zone because he does not do a good job of pressuring. God almighty, he allows easy zone entries. And how many more times do we have to see Zdeno Chara out there on the ice for 2-minute shifts?
Think about it. Think about the softness out there. Chara's not soft, but you have Bailey and Nelson out there at the same time. Oh, Parise. Like I said, where's Wallstrom and Bellows? It's like they haven't even played hardly at all in the second period. And there's Barry. Looks like he called a timeout. He's like, you know what, guys? You suck.
We do need to call a timeout. That's right. We look shitty as hell over the last little bit since we've given up. He's about 4 or 5 bad passes, and here we are turning the puck over left and right in our own zone. Holy shit! Yeah, that was right. That was last week, or 2 weeks ago on Saturday, I believe it was. But he's right. I mean, we have turned over the puck a shit ton of times in our own zone. We've looked nonchalant as we are down 1-0, and ever since they've scored the power play goal, we just are. You talk about laissez-faire. We've looked laissez-faire in our defensive zone.
Yeah, I tell you what, I like the Red Wings logo. It's kind of neat.
That's true. Michael T said, how about the mark of Sorokin played off the mark of Zorro?
No. Sorry.
Mark A said, we might need Sorokin to steal one. Yeah.
Well, he almost stole one and then he gave one back.
Yeah.
I felt that the first goal was going to be so important.
Drew S said, why is everyone going nuts for yet another Spider-Man movie? That's a good question.
I'm going to tell you what.
All the same reboots, and it's all the same movie and all the same shit. Ugh.
It's not a reboot. It's the Tom Holland kid as Spider-Man is really good. Out of all the Spider-Man, he's been the best because he actually, oh man, that guy looks like he got hit in the head. Who's skating this up here? I mean, we'll talk about Spider-Man at intermission.
Hey, Grumpy, you sound like a teenage girl talking about how much do you have a crush on Tom Holland?
No, but I like him in that role. I think he's very good in that role. You have to have a certain naivete. As an alleged high school student, you have to play at Andrew Garfield. No. Tobey Maguire. No. This kid absolutely plays to the hilt, without a doubt. Nedeljkovic just, I mean, I know he's not had a whole lot of shots. The Islanders have, 6 shots this period? It's like, I think 10-6.
Probably getting a 7 shots this period.
A little bit of pressure. Is it a mistake that the Wallstrom line is out there? I don't know.
That has consistently been the best line tonight for the Islanders. 5-on-5. Jesus Christ, Pajot turns over the puck in the offensive zone.
It looks like the only guy not playing is Bellows.
Boom, and here's Dobson, right? Do what you do, man. Go ahead and lead the pass, get that offensive chance, and here it is, right? They're able to get a nice shot on the Nedeljkovic where possibly, Dobson may have had a chance to go ahead and redirect that in the net.
I mean, I see us get a little bit of pressure on there, a little bit of fight back, but I just felt that first goal was so important, so important. I mean, I think if we get it, I think you see Detroit press. I mean, they got it, and now we have to try to drum up something offensively. We're going to have to score an ugly goal or two to win this game tonight. Just have a feeling.
David D saying, "Hey guys, what is Josh Bailey doing on the top line again?"
Destroying it.
Yeah, jeez, man, I tell you,
He can't help himself. Barry can't help himself. That's a guy who needs to be sat. He's a guy who needs to be benched, without a doubt. Tell me a Richard Panik or an Austin Jarnac would not be a better option right now than Josh Bailey. You can't sell me that Josh Bailey's better than either one of those guys.
I was about to say the way Zarnak was playing. No, I don't think he could.
I mean, they never had. I mean, Parise and his zero production is still better than Bailey.
Yeah, and Alexander also saying, "Yeah, they did it wrong. Yeah, they for certain did. It's Invisibailey, not Bailey, Grumpy."
Very true.
Let's Go Islander says, do you think there's a chance we snag Brock Besser or Vladimir Tarasenko? No, I don't think so. I think we're going to be sellers at the deadline. If we're not in a clear-cut playoff position, I hope we sell. I don't want to see us double down and be caught between a rock and a hard place in a very deep draft where we could be getting a lottery pick.
Yeah,
there's no worst-case scenario for us.
Yeah, there's no way that I'm trading a draft pick this year. No way. I'm ready to move players to acquire more draft picks. It's a deep draft. We need to restock the cupboards. I'm sorry. You realize that Chara is only 23 games away from the most games played by a defenseman in the NHL history.
I'll be honest, he's not deserving to play the most games in NHL history.
I'm just saying.
I know you're just saying. I'm just saying Zdeno Chara, he should not be playing anywhere in the NHL. That is for certain.
I mean, like I said, I haven't been impressed by Detroit. The fact that you're getting shut out by Detroit, I'm glad they didn't go a penalty on that.
I was about to say I think we got a little lucky on that one. I think that very easily could have been called.
Oh man, I tell you what, that Larkin can really dangle, can he?
I tell you, Larkin was the one who came in on that chance earlier on the power play, and that was a slash at the end by Andy Green. But look at Brock Nelson maybe mixing it up a little bit down low, Grump.
Not really.
George P said Bailey stands for bad and incredibly lazy every year.
Look at Andy Green just
holy shit. You know how in basketball.
Look at that. What a weak. Okay, Larkin takes down Nelson. Look at Nelson. He's weak. He's gutless.
Do you know how in basketball they do a crossover and they sometimes knock a guy over to his skates or knock a guy over on his feet? Like they cross him up and the guy ends up on the floor. Dylan Larkin just did that to Andy Green on skates. And Andy Green backpedaling gets completely discombobulated, and Larkin does that nice toe drag, and Green's like, whoa, and falls on his ass. Holy shit. He's a professional defenseman, ladies and gentlemen. Professional.
Then you saw Nelson give like a little fake cross check to Larkin. Larkin turned around, saw who it was, and he grabbed him by the head and bulldogged him down.
No, he just grabbed him on top of him. Oh, here we go. We got Big Z
I tell you what,
on the ice again.
I'll tell you what. That Cedar kid is really good too.
Mo Cedar is good. I'm telling you, he's good. That's what I said, man. Even though I don't think the Detroit Red Wings are there yet. I think they're a mediocre team, but in a few years, maybe 2 years, they're going to be in the playoffs every single season.
They do have some good young talent.
Lucas Raymond and Mo Cedar are both top 3 in point production for rookies.
Yeah.
So, and you've got guys like Zadina, you've got guys like Larkin, you got guys like Bertuzzi. They're all young. Nice cross check by Zdeno Chara, knocking down. I think it's Giovanni Smith to the ice.
Yeah. Ugh,
you didn't. I want to reread this. Holy shit, that's a trip in my opinion. I think that was a knee on knee by Matt Martin. No, that's a high stick against a Cal Clutterbuck. No, what the hell is going on here? They're just letting it's just a battle royale out there.
Yeah, he's just hoping to get to the end of the period.
Jeez Louise. Grumpy, I want you to look at this comment. I want you to, Grumpy.
I'm listening. Okay. Bailey, bad and incredibly lazy every year.
I read it to you originally. I didn't even get a response from you.
I like it.
Alexander saying, I like the way Jean-Gabriel Pageau is moving tonight.
We just look lost offensively today.
Well, before we get to, I thought we were at the end of the second period.
Why don't we wait
apologize
to the end of the second period?
I thought we were. I apologize, Grump. I apologize.
Okay. We saw how that worked out last time. Actually, maybe you should do it because last time Parise
scored a goal. We need a goal here, Grumpy. That's all I want to say. Tony Cheese says it doesn't matter where Bailey is. He gets brought up even during college football games.
It's only when people ask questions about him. I don't bring him up, but if people ask questions, I'm more than happy to.
How about this, Grumpy? I don't want you to bring up Josh Bailey anymore the rest of this podcast today. Can we do that?
Well, no, it's difficult for me not to bring up when he's playing, supposedly. I mean,
I'll tell you, man.
no,
You go to
there's
the
no
dirty
penalty.
areas there. He took a little bit of a cross check.
There's no penalty there.
Rasmussen. I'm just saying he took a little bit of a cross check down low, but that's what happens, right? When you go cut in front of the net, it's going to be a physical area. He gets a little cross check to the back. But
Yeah,
it's a
no
good
harm,
job
no
of him
foul.
fighting through that. No harm, no foul. I agree. Michael B said, watch-alongs are going great, guys. Just sat down for the game, and I'm eager to see if Barzal's absence is a plus instead of a minus for this team's performance. Doubtful, but an untested variable.
I would say right now it's a minus, like I predicted. I was hoping actually they proved me wrong, but I should have known better. I mean, people think I don't root for the Islanders. Man, I want them to win so bad. It's scary. That's why I'm so angry most of the time.
Because they're not winning.
Because they're not winning, or I think they could do so much better. They can improve the team in ways that they don't even think about. That's why I get a little worked up, shall we say.
Absolutely. Yeah, JG, I do agree. Pavillier has to bury that puck. It was a tough angle, but I want him to get that on.
It was a really tough angle since he's with a left-handed shot. So, if it was a right-handed shot, he could kind of swoop it in, but the other one was tough. It was tough.
Ooh, was that a high stick? Is Jean-Gabriel Pageau going to the box for high sticking?
Well, it looks like Larkin's trying to scratch himself a cut.
Yeah, takes a high stick.
Yeah, that should be a penalty. I mean,
you gotta be in control of your stick. What the hell is that,
control.
Jean-Gabriel Pageau? Man, come on. Gotta be in control of your stick, my guy.
Okay. Cannot let them score in this power play. Cannot let them score in this power play.
I was about to say, you go down 2-0 at the start of at the end of the second period, you're in bad shape.
Yeah,
man.
Might as well.
Oh boy, do we miss Matt Barzal, because besides the first 8 minutes of the game, I don't think we've had that many offensive chances in the second period so far. Wouldn't you say, Grump?
Nothing. And Detroit has really carried the second period after that power play.
Yep, I agree. It's been like a light switch. After they scored the power play goal, they've had all the momentum.
I don't think they scored on the power play, but the power play that they had previously, nice big save by Sorokin again.
Jeez Louise. Maybe he didn't score. I thought he scored on a power play. We were out there on the ice for
I think the power play was over. I thought it was over. Maybe I'm wrong though.
I'm gonna say we'll have to go back and look through it again.
Look at the guy right in front of the net.
That's Tyler Bertuzzi just standing right in front of the net. No Islander clearing him up, and you got Mayfield just completely
a little too soft. Man, you really, geez.
And Mayfield is unable to clear the puck, and they keep
just a little slow. And here's the thing: my boy Dobson was a little guilty of it earlier. So was Bailey. So was Chara. We need to be a little bit more forceful clearing the puck out.
I see everybody and their brother's mother who could not stop blaming Dobson for not holding on to the puck. Oh, Dobson should have done this differently, that differently. We've had a lot of bad performances by our defenders today, and trust me, it's not been Dobson's fault.
We're just flopping all over the place out there. Sorokin is like he's having to check people too.
It's always shoot, Nedeljkovic over here. I tell you, Nedeljkovic thinks he's damn. He thinks he's Connor McDavid out here with the puck.
Yeah.
And Nick Leddy leading the offensive attack. Oh, he drop passes it here, so we'll see what goes on. As again, there's only about 30 seconds left remaining on the Detroit power play.
If we get out of this period without another goal being scored, we still have a shot.
Yes, I agree.
But cannot give up another goal. Cannot give up another goal here. But boy, it sure feels like, okay, nice, calm save by Sorokin.
Michael T said, Bavillier, you have to picture him as playing a Tampa Bay style. I think coming to the Islanders stifled him, as you would say.
It's certain coaches do that. They kill the offense that a player has. There was another sport where that came up. And I'm going to dig for it for the TJ and the Grumpy Old Man podcast on Thursday.
Yeah.
Where they kill creativity. And that's a mistake. You tweak your system. You should always tweak your system to fit your players' talents.
Let's go Islanders said Mayfield, Green, Chara, Bailey, Pavilion, Palmieri. I all hope they get shipped off. Well, I don't think Bailey's going anywhere. I think he has no value.
He's looking good in that.
Mayfield's got value. Yeah, nice save
Yeah.
by Sorokin.
Yep.
It's just shitty that he gave up that one weaky goal, but other than that, he's been spectacular.
Yeah. I just wanted to comment on just remember for intermission about the possibility of that Brock Besser trade.
Okay, we got. Why don't you mention something now, Grump, real quick?
Okay. I don't think we're going to make any deals right now. And the fact that Jim Rutherford is coach, is the new GM, de facto GM in Vancouver. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to rush to do anything. He's a pretty good GM. Of course, it helped when you draft Malkin and Crosby. I remember when he was a goalie for Detroit years and years ago. Was that another penalty on the Islanders? Or is it icing?
No,
Hopefully it's just icing.
It's icing.
Okay, good.
Icing. Good. Ivan D said, it's not a warm puck or poor ice. It's just shit Islanders hockey.
Well, I think the puck looks like it's bouncing all over the place today for both teams.
Look, I'm telling you, Detroit's got a lot of fans in those stands.
More than we have.
A mediocre team.
Yeah.
A lot of fans in those stands. And a weekday game, too. Jared Ben said, perfect time to take a bathroom break is during the Islanders power play. They have a better chance of scoring during intermission.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you, that was almost a chance that Pavilion had to go ahead and bury that, but Nedeljkovic was quick back to the corner of the post. And here we go.
Look at this guy. 3-on-1. 3-on-1. You got to convert here.
Come on. It's Bailey, Bavillier, and Nelson.
Freaking Bailey!
Jeez.
Why would he pass out to the point there?
That was a golden opportunity on a 3. We had a 3-on-1 with Bavillier, Nelson, and Bailey. We generated a great opportunity, and then on a rebound chance, Bailey is behind the effing net. It's a 3-on-1, and Bailey goes behind the effing net and is unable to cash in on the rebound opportunity. It's a 3-on-1.
And he throws a pass back out to the point instead of just throwing it right back out front. Look at here. 29, ill-advised pinch, and then he blows a tire.
I was about to say that.
Where the hell is Bailey going? Where is he going?
I don't understand why he didn't slam on the brakes, dude. He's behind the effing net. Well, again, it wound up working out for him there, but
he hit the post.
Jesus Christ!
Salo hits the post.
Robin, that was a crossbar. Robin Salo. It gets deflected and hits off the crossbar. A game of inches, man.
Think about what that goal does for the Islanders, scoring a goal in the last 10 seconds of a period.
Oh, Andrew Gross says here, it's like the team literally can't score. Like a force field on the crease, Bavillier sets up a 3-on-1 rush for Nelson. No go. Nedeljkovic with the save. And then Salo hits the crossbar. Anyway, the second period ends up with the Islanders trailing.
And they were outshot in that period, what, 17?
I'll pull it for us, Grump.
17-9.
Before we get too much into it, we do have an ad to read from DraftKings, Grumpy. Football fans, I'm sure we all love an action-packed, high-scoring NFL game, but with the latest no-brainer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, you'll be a winner once a single point is scored. New customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. It's that simple. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you can still get in on all the NFL action. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings daily fantasy sports contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the promo code THPN and bet just $1 on any team to score and win $100 in free bets. If they score, you score with promo code THPN this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You must be 21 years or older in New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum of a $5 deposit and a $1 wagers required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Nice job, TJ. Getting better at that.
Hey, a lot of practice, Grump. SP said the power play sucks without Barzy.
I mean, how Anders Lee has looked invisible today, has he not?
He is invisible. I think that Bavillier has showed a little bit more pop to his game, which was needed, right? We needed a response like that from Bavillier.
Yeah. Way much more jump today.
Jared Ben said, Anders Lee, $7 million a year to watch a Moose skate the puck with the puck. Unreal.
I mean, but you knew that when the contract was signed. I mean, that's why I didn't want him back. You knew how it was, and here's the thing, just going to get worse, not going to get any better. But it just shows how dependent he is on someone else to score.
Providing the offense. We had a look at the Islanders' best chances this game, all came in the first period. I thought the second period, we did not look very dangerous at all. We had a chance or two, and it wasn't until that last opportunity, like the last 30 seconds of the period, and Robin Salo hitting that off the crossbar, did we really look dangerous. Other than that, it's been mostly in the first period. We looked much better than we had in the second period. I cannot believe we were unable to cash in on that 3-on-1. Holy shit.
I mean, I don't even think we got a shot. Did we get a shot on that? I think there was a shot on that.
I wonder how much time the third line played in the second period. The third line was the most dominant line we had in the first period, and I saw them with minimal ice time in the second period.
Wallstrom and Bellows. Parise got plenty of ice time.
Well, because he got plenty of ice time on the power play, got plenty of ice time on the penalty kills. Yeah, Parise is going to probably have played 15, 16 minutes of ice time tonight. You're going to have Bellows and Wallstrom both again under 10 minutes, even though they have looked spectacular on the ice.
Well, I won't say spectacular, but it's been our best overall line. That much.
That line has been causing turnovers in the offensive zone. They've been creating offensive chances as well. And here we are, man. We need a goal. What are we going to rely upon? We have to rely upon the I'm telling you, the Bellows, the Parise, and the Wallstrom line has been the best 5-on-5 line tonight. I don't even think it's close for second.
Okay, I'm going to give you the total ice time through two periods. Parise, your boy Parise, 8:47. Wallstrom 8:26, Bellows 5:19. What do you expect him to show in 5:19? Anders Lee 8:53.
I've got to hear you. 5:19 for Kiefer Bellows, grumpy old man. Just so you've got as well the you've got. Let me pull the Islanders up. Yeah, you've got it as well on your screen. Oliver Wallstrom only 8 minutes and 26 seconds of ice time. Yikes! And here we go. Look at this, man. I'm telling you. Oh, Parise is only at 8 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yes, that's what I said.
I'm a visual guy, Grump, so you can read off all those things. I have to look at it in order.
But look at the guys who are getting the big ice time. Josh freaking Bailey, 11:42. The only guy with more ice time is Croc Nelson at 12:28. Think about that. Josh Bailey, that useless dog, has been out there the second most amount of time on ice for the Islanders forwards. Think about that.
You know what should be scary? Zdeno Chara's already played 13 minutes and 57 seconds. He is well on pace for another 18, maybe 19, 20-minute night for the Islanders. Yikes.
I'll tell you what, Noah Dobson has 3 block shots in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, Zdeno Chara, nothing.
He's got 3 hits.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, man, I'll tell you. But looking at the stats here, Grump, we come out of that period with 9 shots. We're outshot 14-9 in the second period. Outshot the first period 15-10. Islanders currently are being outshot by the Detroit Red Wings 32-19.
Wait, how many shots did they have in the first period?
First period they had 14 shots for Detroit, 10 shots for the Islanders. We were outshot 18-9 in the second period.
Yeah. And it was all pretty much after that power play. I don't think they scored on the power play, but right at that power play kind of kick-started their game.
Power play goal.
Okay, it was. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gotcha. But I'll tell you,
one that, let's be honest,
completely changed momentum.
Let's be honest, Sorokin probably should have made that save. I don't know what happened. He overcommitted with the blocker or got it turned a little bit and angled it in. So
you've got here, I love the Sergeant Slaughter Anders Lee comparison.
Man, Sergeant Slaughter was such a good heel too. He was just perfect. Bob Ramus is his name, his real name. But I remember that, from Paradise Island, South Carolina. I think that's, the Marine basic training thing.
Okay. Gotcha. I wasn't sure where you're going with that, Grumpy. I wasn't
Not Paradise. It's something else.
You're talking about Fort Bragg?
No. Marine basic training. Maybe it's
Offensive zone time. The Detroit Red Wings have 11 minutes and 20 seconds of offensive zone time so far this game. The Islanders have 6 minutes and 53 seconds of offensive zone time.
Tough to score when 2 periods, you only spend 3 minutes a period in the offensive zone. Very, very
3
difficult.
minutes and 30 seconds in the offensive zone time. Yikes. Low. Our possession, we're being outpossessed 55% to 45%. And again, yikes, guys. It's like we're getting outshot, out attempted, and outpossessed.
And here's the thing. Detroit is not that good. They're not that good. There are no more excuses for the Islanders. There aren't.
Well, Matt Barzal was out. That's our next excuse.
Okay, well, every team's got people out.
And hey, guess what? We're going to be mentioning this on, I'm sure, tomorrow's podcast. A lot of teams now are starting to get hit with the COVID bug. Remember, we said we felt like a lot of teams will have the same issues the Islanders did, and teams are having that issue. Carolina's got Aho out and a few other important players out. Vancouver back again with COVID issues.
They did cancel tonight's Carolina game because 5 new players tested positive in Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
On top of whoever previously had it.
Yeah, so they have like 7 players out right now.
Yeah.
But to give you an update around the Metro, you've got
wait. What was that? What's that noise?
I don't know, Grumpy. It goes update around the Metro. It goes like, I have that. Oh, no. Like breaking news. Like where it's like they're doing what you call it. It's
they
Morse
don't use
code.
that stuff anymore.
Well, I'm just saying that's how they used to do it. That's what I was doing. It was an old throwback, Grump.
All right.
You got the Philadelphia Flyers beating the New Jersey Devils up 6-1 halfway through the third period. You've got the Pittsburgh Penguins beating the Montreal Canadiens 5-2 late in the third. Yeah. That's all. You got the Rangers and the Colorado Avalanche tied 0-0 early in the first.
Got to be rooting for Colorado on that one. Colorado's playing.
The Ottawa Senators, by the way, Grump, to support your narrative, are up 6-2 over the Florida Panthers.
The only teams they can't beat are the shitty teams. They beat all the good ones. Go figure.
Oh man,
they mail it in. The other teams mail it in against Ottawa. That's what they do.
The Vegas Golden Knights are up 4-1 over Boston.
That's good news for us.
That is good news for us. But hey, it also could be bad news. It might piss off, stir the hornet's nest per se for Boston when we play them on Thursday.
Boston had Marchand and Smith go out with COVID protocol today.
Well, that's good for us. I mean, we are missing Matt Barzal, which is not good for us,
and they're missing, like I said, Smith and Marchand. Marchand is really good for them. So, and I hate him too.
Mm-hmm. George P saying Bertuzzi. Snoozy, gotcha. Charles C said corrupt, low-scoring trash. A goal late in the period, obviously.
Well, I would have loved to see us get that late goal right at the end.
Michael T said Char bringing it into the offensive zone sure looks odd.
Yeah, and the whole thing is he can't stop or slow up, so he's got to take like the circle line route around Manhattan Island to get out of the zone.
Good gracious. Yeah, and SP said, even though he gave up that weekie, Sorokin's the only reason we're still in this game. Yep.
Yeah.
And Let's Go Islanders said, I feel bad for Sorokin. Honestly, he's getting left out there high to dry. It is what it is.
Yep.
Charles C saying, it's been getting worse every year. There's no surprise. The Russians have got involved. Talk about the Islanders, I guess.
I don't know.
Sorokin is the third best goaltender in the league behind Vasilevsky and Bobrovsky.
There's some other pretty good goalies too.
I'm about to say top 5. I think I know he let in that weekie today, but he's fantastic.
Bobrovsky's definitely had a bounce back year this year, but he's always like that. He's up one year, down the next.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Them having Spencer Knight as well as Bobrovsky, wow.
Little light of fire.
You want to talk about a goalie tandem? We always used to say the Islanders had the best goalie tandem in all of hockey. The Florida Panthers had the best goalie tandem in all of hockey, no doubt.
Well, to me, it lights a little fire under Bobrovsky, how well he played last year and how well he's playing this year.
He's got somebody nipping at his heels.
Yep. That's why I always say the Islanders should have competition for spots, bring in better players, and best man win. Whoever doesn't win that position, move them out. It's not like you're deemed once you're in Barry's clique, you're deemed a starter for life. It's not the way it should be.
Alexander was saying sometimes I feel like Char just looks lost out there. He does. Michael T also saying I feel like we're going to get shut out, aren't we? No, I hope not.
it's not like he's lost out there. It's the fact that he cannot move. So it looks like he doesn't know. His body can't do what his mind wants him to do. That's what happens.
I'll say, yeah. Ivan D also says here, Sorokin has to play lights out in front of these chumps. And we need to trade Varlamov as well. We don't need him, to be honest. He looks washed a bit. Trade him for a backup and an above-average player. I was about to say, I'd rather get draft capital.
That's it, draft capital. That's all I want is draft capital. Nothing else.
James F. saying, how many years will it take before the Islanders do a Mike Milbury and trade Sorokin?
I cannot see that happening with this regime and with the owners. I cannot see that.
F me. John M. says, yeah, absolutely. We had 3 chances to clear the puck on that goal. Yep, we did. Couldn't get the puck out. Yep. Nick D said, I'm so glad I paid for the center ice package in Vancouver to get the Detroit play-by-play team. Usually they have both options.
That's what I like to do. But for TJ, I have to watch the ESPN Plus feed, and then I got to go to, because he can't, I don't know what his problem is. He seems like he can't motivate himself to get it done properly.
Oh, you know what, man? You're something else.
I will say, when I'm watching games live, I always like to look, and we're not doing this. I do like to listen to the alternate team feed. I just want to know what they're saying about our team.
Exactly. They have no reason to push any type of narrative or to sugarcoat anything at all. Yeah. And then Pulak hit Pelech, or puck hit Pelech. Notice a change of pace. Maybe you're saying maybe he's walking it off there, skating it off a little bit there, a little banged up.
Well, maybe, yeah, okay.
Joss H saying here, having issues clearing the zone again. That for certain we are. Tony Cheese, Stone Cold Sorokin.
We still got Stone Cold Steve Austin, so.
Stone Cold Sorokin. Bailey, being a turnover machine. Nope, Grumpy. You're not allowed to comment on it.
It's true, though. He's been bad again today.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Drew S saying Barzal out with COVID. Yet another excuse for the sycophants.
Detroit's got a couple of guys out with COVID too. So,
well, I'll tell you, Matt Barzal is the team. We always said, what would happen if Matt Barzal went out with injury, or we lost him for a significant portion of the season? That would single-handedly derail our team. I believe that. SB said if we didn't have Sorokin, we'd be losing 7-0 right now. I think we'd be down like 3-0, probably 3-1,
3 or 4.
I think we'd be down 3-1 because once they get up a lead, Detroit, I feel like they could easily let things slip mentally. They're a young team, and they could, make those mistakes when they feel like, hey, we're up 3-0. They get the overconfident feeling.
Yeah, I do feel 3 or 4 would be what we'd give up. If Varley was in it, first of all, that one save that he made where he comes all the way across and has a toe save, that never happens.
Yeah, Matthew S. said, we are just terrible except for Sorokin. Everybody just standing around. WTF. James F. saying, we miss Pulak.
You know what? He's not. He was when he was playing, we were bad too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll tell you. Jared Ben saying, are you guys seeing these dirty plays on Pelech? I wasn't seeing much of those. I'll have to look for that. I'm glad you brought it up. I wasn't really looking for that, though.
Yeah, I think he was talking about
Pelech had his foot pulled out from underneath him
Ernie.
when a whistle blew by a Detroit player, Ernie. The replayed it a lot on the Islanders broadcast.
Yeah, they didn't replay it much on the Detroit broadcast. Once, I think.
They said, oh, look at Ernie. His arm flailed out there and accidentally pulled.
Look at how clumsy Pelech is, stepping on poor Ernie's stick.
Look at how clumsy he is. Ernie was trying to help up Pelech by lifting him up by his skate, but didn't help him up. So again, Ernie,
you need if you want to be a faster skater, you got to lift your feet off the ice.
He was just trying to teach him how to skate. That's all.
Trying to help him. That's it.
Look at this. He's such a great guy in the community. Warzone Senior Citizen saying, there you go. Trots must go. We see a lot of those. Lou, please break this team up, Matthew C. says.
I'm going to give him 3 more games.
Yep. Michael T. said, that was a dirty move by Rasmussen on Pelech. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Patrick V. Again, like Patrick V. said, this team totally sucks. Can't produce offense. Let's get the rebuild on the go, starting with the front office.
I'm not saying the front office, but yeah, it's 3 more games and it'll be rebuild time.
If we could clear the puck out of our defensive zone, Chara wouldn't be on the ice for 2-minute shifts. Yep, Scott L says.
Yeah, but it's not like you can ice the puck because that means he's still going to be out there. But sometimes, you know what? It's better just icing it. And then, not lose a draw, but get yourself thrown out of a circle. Anything to get your team a little bit of rest, particularly him.
Dimitri P said, is Chara oblivious to how bad he is? Is it selfish for him not to retire? No, it's not selfish for him not to retire. If we're going to employ him, good for him. I want to talk about a point to you, grumpy old man, after we get to this. But no, I have no problem with Chara still playing. If somebody's willing to employ him, I wouldn't be leaving anytime soon either.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Chara's fault that somebody keeps signing him. I think that goal, maybe there was a deflection off of Pelech before it went off of Sorokin in the net.
It's still one he wants back.
Yeah, but if you're playing a certain thing and you're deflecting it and it deflects in towards you, I can see where it's tough. I mean, I just looked at real quick, I saw it.
If the Islanders lose today, I predict the talking points will be Sorokin lets in a weekie and Beauvillier misses a wide open chance. That's what you're going to hear from Islanders Twitter, the Islanders media cartel. Oh, it looks like Anthony Beauvillier spending the time on the bench didn't fix it because he had a wide open net and couldn't put it in. And Sorokin lets in a weekie. That's what we'll hear from the sycophants.
Maybe it'll be woe is me. Barzell has COVID.
COVID strikes again. That could be it too. Maybe that will be it. This team is tired of playing defense with the lead, whenever that is. Do some players get a bonus for scoring and assists?
I don't think they pay guys based on performance.
Chase H says all the Spider-Men are supposed to be in it. Tobey Maguire's the best Spider-Man.
No. The Holland kid's the best.
Holland's the best is what Chase.
He's the best. He's the only one who actually looks like he could be a teenager, which is what Spider-Man is. Peter Parker is a high school student.
SP said pure speculation, vehemently denied by both Toby and Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
Maybe that's the
reason. Well, I'll tell you, have you never noticed how in all the interviews, I know this is an Islander podcast, but Tom Holland is like, he is the worst at keeping secrets, and he'll just leak shit by accident and not pay attention. Zendaya has to answer all the God Almighty, freaking Andy Green is stripped from the puck in his defensive zone, but it was a good job recovering by Robin Salo.
Shot by Dobson and hands.
Oh, yeah, you're not kidding, man. He bats that away. Detroit.
Am I ahead of you somehow?
Yes, you are.
I don't know how. Must be your weak ass internet.
I had somebody tried to call me during it. It delayed my feed, and I can't get live yet. I can't get back up to it.
Why don't you go back out and come back in?
I've done that 3 times, Grump. It's not going to fix it. Trust me, it won't. Jeez. I wish it was that simple. If only it was that easy.
I can once again dumb down my system to benefit you.
Dumb it down by like 5 seconds.
Why don't you tell me how much time you got on the clock?
Well, I can't even see the clock because my thing is zoomed in so much I don't see the clock.
Oh. Okay.
I am grumpy old man. I am at 18 minutes and 17 seconds.
Okay. That should be good enough. Once again, me having to get out my bucket and bail out TJ.
Man, hey, I appreciate it, Grumpy. You're a team player. Matthew C said, starting with the front office, LOL. Yeah, here's the thing. They'll have to have a discussion about what's going on. I don't think it's a full rebuild. It will be like a retool. It won't be a full rebuild. They'll get a few pieces. They'll get rid of a few pieces. Maybe they'll bring a few on. Hopefully they'll get some draft capital. We have got to score. We've got to score. We have not looked too threatening offensively besides that shot by Dobson, but we are taking more shots on net. That was not a great angled shot by Kyle Palmieri, but hey, throw the puck towards net and good things happen.
That's right. You never know. You never know. I don't think Nedeljkovic has looked that great today. Looks a little sloppy to me.
Okay. Zadina, I'll tell you, he's a guy. Now, let me ask you this. Is Zadina a borderline bust, would you say? His numbers really great.
He's still really young. I think he plays on their third line. Maybe he won't be as good as they were hoping.
He plays 14 minutes of ice time on average a night.
Well, that's way
He's
more
20
than
he's 22 years old. He's got 28 games played, 10 points. Last year he had 19 points in 49 games played.
what would be like the third leading scorer on our team. Did
Okay,
he have
this
10
guy
points?
he's never cleared 20 points in his career. So
Well, looks like
I'm
he's
just
going to
saying,
do it this year, though.
dude, I'm telling you, he looks like he might be a little overdrafted.
It's like, okay, what is it like standing water at center ice for both teams? It's like they go to carry it out and just the puck gets left behind. Both of them. Like, what the heck are you doing? There's Letty skating it out. I mean, then dumping it in. That works. How many guys? I guess who are the only guys who actually can skate it out? I mean, it's Dobson, right? Now, see, Dobson needs to be a
Dobson
little
and
bit
Salo are
stronger.
the best at skating, and then
Yeah.
bad turnover, not clearance by Jean-Gabriel Pageau, but a good job. At least Char was able to get to the loose puck.
Dobson needs to be a little bit stronger on that guy coming at him. And he's not the only one. Oh, my God. This guy skated from his end line and beat Char to the puck, which was 6 feet away from him. Beat him the puck.
Dude, Char
I don't know how he beat him there.
so gas, man.
Okay, Wallstrom.
Oh, man, he doesn't put it in, but a nice shot attempt. We have looked like we've been much more dangerous the start of the third period. The second period, we did not look good. And I think the third period, we've come out with our hair on fire as we need to.
Well, that power play.
Interference against Cal Clutterbuck.
The power play where they scored the goal is where Detroit kind of took over in the second period.
Mm-hmm. We cannot allow a second goal.
No way. If we go down 2 goals, it reminds me of that Jaws line. We want to close the beaches for a day. 1 day is like 3 weeks. That's why I feel like 2 goals is like 15.
We have been peppering Nedeljkovic this period. We have been really getting a lot of shots from bad angles, albeit, but we've been putting the puck on net.
I just think that, man, I tell you, Detroit's not very good. I'm sorry. Ugh. Mayfield gets his pocket picked. But that's been all day with both teams. Here's Larkin just doing his best poor man's Matt Barzell interpretation.
Dude, Larkin's good. I'm just saying Larkin is good. Don't you?
Yeah.
Larkin's really good.
And there's Nedeljkovic once again.
Way out of the net.
Way out of the net.
Dude, I'll tell you, that guy, shit, man. Like, there's certain goalies that always try to get in their way too much. He's one of those. And that was a cross Bertuzzi. But,
you see Chara. Chara's out there because he's just swinging at people.
Jesus. Bertuzzi spent a lot of time on the ice right now. Ooh, we need to clear the zone. Come on, Bavillier.
Bailey. Useless. Just useless. Sorry, useless. What's he?
Oh, we are close to having too many men on the ice there, but what the hell happened?
I don't know. Maybe
puck leave the zone. Puck leave the ice. Gotcha.
Maybe we should have been smart and hit one of those Detroit guys.
Drew S wants to know, Grumpy, can you please compare Chelios at the end of his career with Chara now? I didn't watch much hockey back then.
Chelios was better than Chara is now.
Yeah, I was about to say, you could tell Chelios was cash, but Chelios was always a better skater than Chara. He was better. He was better.
Here's why it's so difficult for Chara. He's a really big man.
Yep.
I mean, so the whole thing is his maneuverability was never a better skater than Chelios ever. And you kind of lose those things as you get older. So, I mean, and here's the Chelios wasn't, the greatest player ever, but he was way better than Chara is now.
Chelios is a hell of a player, though, back in his prime. Michael T said his game's unbearable to watch.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like they poured a gallon of water on top of the ice. The puck's sticking. No one can control it. My gosh, drop the puck, ref.
Stop
making it about you. Do you hate when the refs just hold the puck?
It always pisses me off. Let's Go Islanders said, not to bring back memories of last year's playoffs, but what if someone like Komarov injured Vasilevsky? We didn't need him.
Yeah, no problem there.
Take a run at the goalie or something.
Yeah, there'd have to be something else where the Islanders will pay the fine because he'd get fined big time.
Oh, for certain, he would have been suspended the remainder of the playoffs. He still would have got the ring. Holy shit!
Ugh.
Yeah, put it in.
Oh,
Pageau didn't even get a freaking shot off there. Are you kidding me, man? He's trying to make it so perfect. Shoot that goddamn thing. Ooh, nice check. Who the hell
Open
was
ice
that who
check.
delivered it?
That
Open
was
ice hit
by,
right there.
I think by maybe it was Sallow.
I'm not sure.
Look at this. It's so sloppy. I mean, so
Both
sloppy.
teams, I think, have been sloppy as hell today. Look, I mean, Dobson, even though it wasn't a great shot, just throwing the puck towards the net. I mean, you got to get the puck on net. We certainly do. Sal P says, "Hey, fellas, another embarrassing effort by our Islanders. When are some of these guys going to step it up and elevate their game? It's been so demoralizing to watching our inept offense."
I just don't think they're capable of it. That's why, I mean, we're just not supremely talented. We play a system. And when guys get older, then they can't play that system anymore because they can't skate like they used to.
Oh, baby.
Or
Chara, nice job. He almost got outlaid, though. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Or they can't be as physical as they once were. Look at Bailey. Nice hustle, you lazy dog. Ugh.
Here we
Shoot
go.
it, Croc. Nice weak shot by Croc.
I think it was deflected by a stick.
I'll tell you what, at least Matt Martin tries to kick it in. I mean, blatant kick attempt, but at least he's trying. Give him that.
I will tell you this, too, guys. We've looked much better in this third period than we did the second period. There is some hope.
Yes.
There is hope still this game. I think we can score a goal to tie this up. There's a lot of time left, and I think we've looked a much more threatening team. And in Detroit, when pressured, has looked completely on their heels.
They're not very good defensively.
No, they're not great defensively. That's for certain. Jake B said, Trotz does defense. 26 shots against with 4 minutes left in the second period. Yeah, we're probably going to give up close to 50 shots tonight.
Well, it's 35-24 now. So,
oh, wow. They have not registered a shot. Okay. No, they've only had 3 shots. Detroit's had 3 shots so far in the third period. Wow.
Most of the game has been in Detroit's end, right? That's what we want.
Period, right? Yeah. Not the most of the game, but most of this period, I think. Matthew S. said, I'm so done with Kyle Palmieri.
He's been terrible, too. Another bad free agent signing. And Delkovich,
man, a lot of shots on that, man.
I mean, he's spitting up those rebounds like he's a Pez dispenser, too. I mean, that was like a 15-foot rebound right to the front of the net. All right. We got Bellows out there finally. Got out of jail for a little bit. Maybe for parole.
Nice job, Wallstrom, by stealing that puck.
Nobody.
Here's my thing: Wallstrom and Bellows have been forcing turnovers every single freaking time they're on the ice in the neutral zone or in the offensive zone, and they could never find more than 10 or 15 minutes. I'm sorry,
they're the only
more than 10 minutes.
They're the only line that has generated any real offensive pressure tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Consistently too.
They haven't played a whole lot either. But that's a Barry Trotzism, right? Young guys sit, old guys play. I trust Bailey. I trust Nelson. I trust Palmieri. I trust Pajot. Oh, I don't trust the other guys. I don't know. You can't score, Barry. You cannot score.
I want you to read this. You'll like this comment.
I like Spider-Man because he's from Queens, like 50 Cent. The Ramones and Tony Cheese.
You know the Ramones, Grumpy, don't you? You wear a Ramones shirt every once in a while.
I was going to wear a Ramones shirt today.
Man, oh man, yeah, and you got Josh H saying here, Detroit speed is exposing the Islanders.
Right, I read that tweet. from a NHL general manager today.
Chase H, did you hear that Ben Bishop retired? Yeah, I did. That degenerative knee issue, right?
Very, very difficult for a goalie if you have knee problems. Very difficult.
Yep, absolutely, it is.
Particularly with the butterfly style, up and down, very tough.
Yep. And he's a guy, he'll probably have a hard time walking when he gets older for certain.
Get a little knee replacement, it'll be all right.
Well, easier said than done. Matthew S. said Sorokin has been outstanding.
Yes, true.
Can the Kool-Aiders tell me what general manager in their right mind takes Bailey?
Nobody. He's unmovable. And it's not because of his contracts. It's just because he just can't play at all.
But remember, Brock Besser's a free agent.
They're not going to, I don't think Vancouver's going to make a move for a while. Now, Rutherford did say he wanted to change the culture of the room. That he did say.
Oh, my God. Charles C saying here, yeah, I knew it would be a low scoring pile of garbage. The Islanders have turned out to tank the game and luckily find themselves one down. We'll find a goal in the third period. May as well they may as well lose in overtime. I think we've had a lot of chances in the third period. It's something to be optimistic about. It's been a much better period for us. We've dominated the shot board for us. The game should be 2-1 Islanders, James F is saying.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, if you're talking about quality of saves, I mean, Detroit should be up big. Man, I just tell everything just looks sloppy, just so sloppy. You're seeing Pelech out there with Dobson now. Eventually, you're going to have to play Dobson a lot more because he's the only guy on the back end.
Salah. Give Dobson and Salah some damn minutes. Here it is.
I don't want Salah out here. I'd much rather play Dobson with Pelech. That's what I'd like.
I would rather Chara start sitting.
Nice move by Bailey. I'm sorry, by Nelson.
Nice move by Nelson. He shoots.
And he missed the net by 6 foot.
It was a nice move. Dude, Nelson could dangle sometimes. We right now have 7 shots to Detroit's 4 so far this period. So we've been kind of taking it to Detroit so far this period.
This line is looking good right now in this sequence. And then Nelson made a couple of bad passes and makes a really bad turnover. Just cannot give up another goal. If you give him another goal,
did you see that shot by Zadina? He missed the net by about 50 foot.
You mean like Nelson just did previously? Like just like that?
Alexander says, "Where's the effing this Bailey? What a freaking moron!"
Yeah,
Where the F is Bailey? You freaking moron!
Yeah, man, he sucks. Like I said, he provokes me with his play.
Oh man,
that's right. That other one. That's right. Beauvillier never even looked to pass to Bailey, and neither did Nelson. They know. Why would you pass him? He won't shoot.
Gotcha.
Guys, why you only have 2 likes? One of the lime is me. What gives? I don't understand.
Neither do I. Thomas B said, team looks lost. The Wings aren't a perimeter team, but you could see the difference in speed. Yep.
Yeah.
Here's a man rush coming the way of the Red Wings, but we're glad we're able to go ahead and break up any shot opportunity because they were moving in with some speed. LGI says here, you guys make my day. We appreciate that. You make me and my dad crack up sometimes.
Good. That's what we're here for. Here to be a light at the end of a miserable day.
We're here to provide some comedy, to provide kernels of truth for certain with everything we say as well.
That's when TJ talks. You get all the truth when I talk.
Oh my goodness. And Josh H saying we've got to cut down on the penalties.
Well, I don't think we've had that many penalties today. We've been worse in other games.
We need to. Could you tell us the last time, Grumpy, we haven't committed a penalty in a game?
No. But I mean, pretty much everybody gets a penalty a game.
Let me see. I think there were games before last season where we had not allowed or we had not committed a violation or penalty. I can't remember the last time the Islanders haven't committed a penalty in a game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. Maybe when they were known as the New York Saints.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That'll always put a smile on my face, though, as weird as that sounds. That will always put a smile on my face, Grump.
That's all right.
What?
I had no problem with that. I kind of enjoyed it, actually.
He says, so much corruption in the NHL now. Is there any wonder the Russians have got involved? Charles C. Damn, my sister makes the best Christmas cookies.
Oh,
I tell you, I can go for some Christmas cookies.
Nothing like a good Christmas cookie.
I was about to say, yeah. Drew L says here, I mean, even still, Sorokin's save percentage at the end of the second period is like 99%. Tell the old farts to play better defense.
I will say that when I got a third look at that goal, it was deflected by Pelech, which led to the misplay by Sorokin.
Let's see. I'm trying to pull this up. Let's see how this looks. Oh, about to exit out of this TV timeout. Man, oh man, guys.
Okay, are you not looking at the goalie here?
I'm looking at I'm looking at Nedeljkovic. What's wrong with him?
Okay, You just said about to come out of a TV timeout. It's like you watching a commercial.
I was looking up the penalty minutes that we've committed. Okay. So far this season, there has not been a single game where you have not committed a penalty.
I don't think we're one of the most
You
penalized.
want to hear this?
Though.
There has not been a single game this year where we have committed less than 2 penalties. We have had at least 4 minutes of penalties every single game this season. We're 24 games into the year.
I do like our effort much better this period, though.
We've looked much better in the third period. We do have to cut out the penalties, though. I agree. Think about this, Grump. Every single game, you've never committed less than 2 penalties, 2 minor penalties in a game. What?
Oh,
holy
really
shit!
Tricky shot by Larkin there.
Shot. I thought that was about to sneak in.
After Pellet got stripped of the puck again at center ice. The next goal is crucial in this game. Crucial.
Yeah, the next goal definitely determines, I think, the winner.
I feel next
we've
goal
carried momentum. If we score a goal, it's like, hey, we're back in this. If they score a goal, it's like a dagger in the back.
These are 2 not good teams, though.
I was about to say, these are 2 mediocre teams we're watching right now on the ice. The Islanders are looking mediocre. And again, you're without Matt Barzal, but we have looked better this third period, but not great this game as a whole.
Man, Pajot hits a guy in the skates on a crossing pattern. Ugh.
A crossing pattern. Getting some
crossing
football
pass,
in, huh?
whatever. There's Lee. So slow. So slow.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's important.
Yeah, Char can't keep up with, not with everyone else. He can't keep up with anyone else.
LGI says, do you think Matt Barzal is going to pull a Tavares?
I think it's a possibility.
It's funny. Now that everybody's looking at this, they say, oh, wow. Do you think how happy do you think Matt Barzal's agent is right now with the team and the direction the team's in?
Yeah, he's loving it. He's loving it.
That's sarcasm, right, Crump?
No, I think he's loving it because he's like, yeah, we just made another $1 million a year.
Zdeno Chara below the net. What the fuck is Chara doing?
He's never coming back.
What is Chara doing 1 million miles? Holy fuck, Chara.
And Dobson, his job is to take away the pass.
Yep.
And Sorokin's got to stop the shot. That's all on Chara pitching up, though. All on
Zdeno Chara.
If you're gonna
freaking mighty.
If you're gonna pinch someone up, who should it be on that defense pairing?
Why the F is Zdeno Chara? Nobody's back to cover. Nobody's back to cover. Jean-Gabriel Pajot isn't back there. It's Noah Dobson. Noah Dobson plays the pass. And that's when Sorokin.
That's when he's got to stop.
But here's the thing: it's a point blank shot, man. I'm sorry, dude. When you're getting all these point blank opportunities, dude, it's a point blank shot from. I'm telling you, dude. As much, I don't think that's a softie. Looking at that again, it's a point blank opportunity. What the hell is Chara doing below the net?
First of all, why is Chara pinching up? If you're going to pinch up a defenseman, it has to be someone who can get back. Dobson should be the guy pinching up, not Chara. What a disaster. What a disaster. I mean, you got to put the puck on net there, not just pass it across because look at him. And he's the last guy back. No, there's somebody who's even a little bit slower back.
Think about that. A guy who is the worst skater on the team is a guy crashing below the net. What? And nobody realizes, hey, that's a trip.
Yeah,
nobody's realizing, hey, he's slowest man. It was by Bailey, but nobody realizes, hey, Zdeno Chara, the slowest guy on our team. The locomotive is behind the net. Maybe I need to come back and cover.
Look at it. All right. Letty just walked through 3 guys
right through our freaking deep. Oh my god, that was almost a deflection opportunity for Nicoletti.
Yeah. Bavillier's played better today, though, on the positive. But
he has played better.
We just think about the first line is invisible without Barzal. Invisible.
John Smith said, do Barry and Lou have to realize this team blows right now, right? There has to be changes coming, right?
Barry is a creature of habit.
Yep. And the thing
nice move by Wahlstrom.
Nice move by Wahlstrom. Wahlstrom again creating offense. How many more freaking times do we have to see Wahlstrom, Parise, and Bellos line look the most competent out there on the ice and then get minimal ice time? What in the literal F is going on?
There was a sequence where the second line looked good, though.
one sequence, dude. Every single time I see this line out there, they've been the best line all freaking night.
I don't, like I said, I don't want to hear any more excuses if he benches one of the young guys, because they're the only ones who come to play every night. That goal was killer, though. That goal was killer. Just devastating for us. And now it's impossible for us to get the 14 points out of 10 games. Impossible. Let's see, Chart just stripped. Again, just stripped.
I'll tell you.
Nice save by Sorokin. Dobson's in there, maybe mixing up a little bit. Palmieri.
You watch it. You watch people still try to blame Sorokin for tonight's loss. I just have that feeling, man.
Our offense has generated really nothing today. Nothing.
George P said, didn't Capuano get a bonus for saving all of his timeouts?
A lot of coaches have that clause in their contract.
Really? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Michael T said Detroit is 9-0-2 after when leading after 2 periods.
Well, they're
going on to 10-0-2 now.
They're 10-0-2. Which I'm surprised, because their defense not real good. I don't know who their coach is.
Who are you talking about?
Detroit's coach. I don't know who their coach is. We got plenty of time to look it up. Doesn't matter. Time to start shopping 5 players. Yeah. I'm willing to move anybody who can get me something. I mean, I know everybody says Lee can't go. Man, I'm doing everything I can to shed his contract. Everything.
Jeff Blashill.
Oh, Blashill. Okay.
Jeff Blashill of old Ferris State University.
Shows you anybody can get a job in the NHL.
Oh, good gracious, man.
Good for him.
Yeah. What kind of shot was that, Palmieri? Yeah, I tell you, dude, man, we have been struggling, dude. I tell you.
Everything's hitting a guy in the crest. Everything.
Yep.
Nobody picks. We're just not that talented. Guys who are able to pick corners, they're talented. We don't have those guys. You got one guy in the whole team. One guy. 2. I'm sorry. Wallstrom's the other one.
Just that type of stuff drives me nuts, man. Grumpy, are they going to win like you said? DJ wants to know, Grumpy.
No, sorry. I was hoping we were. Maybe I'm just hoping more than predicting. I mean, at some point in time, it feels like I'm piling on, and I don't want it to sound like that.
Here's the thing, too, right? It gets to a point, right? We want to be honest. We are never going to lie to the listeners, ever. But in the same token, you're right? When it starts to rain, we don't want to add on.
Yeah, I mean,
we're going to be honest. We're not going to lie.
See, Frank's right. That first one that went in went off a Pellick first, and that's why he hit it on the inside of the glove and it went in. It was deflection off of, when you're reaching out like that and you're making that save, but it gets deflected, you can't bring that hand back in.
Mm-hmm. No, fair enough, Grump. I didn't see it. I'll have to watch it again. I thought it was just a weak save by Sorokin. He probably still wanted that one back, to be honest, but yeah. Oh, man. Jeez Louise, I'll tell you. We are struggling. Man. Oh,
sure. Looks like he's waiting for a beer.
Holy, that's a trip, right?
It looked like a trip to me.
That was a trip. It was Mo Cedar. I'm not going to call. I feel like, again, Mo Cedar, because he'll be one of the golden boys of the NHL.
Yes.
He's a fantastic player.
Look at Nelson.
I thought that was a borderline.
Get up, Nelson. Freaking
you could tell, like, certain guys are going to be golden boys of the league. Mo Cedar will be a golden boy of the league, and I think they will, if anything, any way possible, they will avoid trying to call infractions on him.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe that's me keeping my tinfoil hat on, but I think to a certain extent they would. Like star players get away with more than not star players do. You know what I mean?
Bailey. Look at Bailey. Just so underwhelming.
Ah, jeez. By the way, I'll mention again, if you guys are first time listening here on the show, we implore you to stick around a while. We go live for every single Islanders game that is not on a Thursday and on a Sunday. So we cover every live game. We do a watch along like this. And we also have our podcast on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk all things Islanders.
Yes, that's correct. And then what do we do on Thursdays and Sundays, TJ?
We do TJ and the Grumpy Old Man Show. It's a sports podcast again where we talk sports and shoot the shit. That is in the link in the description below. You can find that. We're at 99 subs, I think, there. So one of you guys could be our lucky 100 subscriber on that podcast.
We'll take
James
that.
F. said, "Hey guys, my aunt's turning 100 tomorrow. Good blood."
Wow, congratulations. Good for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, here's the third line out there, not to minimize James's aunt. Deflected when Dobson throws it in. When are they pulling the goalie? Got to pull the goalie pretty soon, right?
Yep.
I mean, ugh.
Oh, John M. said Barzal's at the next 5 games. Use that time to see who stays and who goes. Is he really at the next 5 games? No, it can't be that long, right? Maybe
10 days. I think it's 10 days.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, to me, I'm moving whatever I can move. Clutterbuck, I think, will have value at the deadline. A guy on an expiring contract, and he's a playoff performer type. He really is. Chara, I don't know. Nelson, I mean, if you get a first-round pick, would you move Brock Nelson? I would. First-round pick? First-round pick.
I don't know.
What
I'm looking at is our schedule. You talk about how we needed to win these games. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not get better for the Islanders here over the next 4 games.
Empty net, and somehow the extra guy is freaking Bailey.
God almighty.
Somehow Bailey is the extra man on the ice.
The Islanders' next 4 games are against the Boston Bruins, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Washington Capitals. Nice goal.
That's right. Once again, Dobson. Again, tip in by Lee. Like I said, Lee was invisible all day. He needs someone to create for him. That's why that's why he's expendable. Unless someone is creating for him.
He just plants himself in front of the net and redirects a pass, redirects a shot like that.
Very nice.
Nice redirection for certain.
That goal. Nedeljkovic needs to do a better job. Instead of reaching, he needs to get his body over there. Nice tip, though. And really nice tip by Lee. Right back in it now. 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes, guys. We've looked good in the third period, despite that goal that Sorokin let in. We've looked good. Oh, we got to come back. But can we score another with the goalie pulled, Grump?
We can. It's possible. I don't think they pulled the goalie yet. But at some point in time, you might as well just pull him now. See, Detroit's doing the same thing we were doing, just kind of poking at it as opposed to, hey, let's try to muscle it up, fellas. I mean, that's what I would be. If I'm the coach, that's what I'm telling. Why is Sorokin still in the net?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I think it's just the ice surface. Pellick.
I'm telling you, the ice, it looks, for both teams, I said that, it's like the pucks are sticking. They're hopping all over the place. Everyone's tumbling around out there. There's an icing. We'll take that. Now, I mean, don't you?
Now you got the goalie pulled, right? Once you face off, you got to pull the goalie.
Yeah.
He should be like halfway up the ice or like about, to the blue line, and you pull the goalie, I think, as soon as you win the draw, if you do win the draw. Remember, though,
I'll tell you what.
I'm shocked Bertuzzi.
Bertuzzi is one ugly kid. That Bertuzzi's ugly as hell.
No, he's not. He's not an attractive guy. You talk about guys that have, pretty faces. Tyler Bertuzzi's not one.
Bailey could not keep the puck in. Ugh. And that is empty again. Oh, come on.
Nice interception by Anders Lee.
And Detroit, look at this. Do not go in. Okay, icing.
Thank God. Thank God.
I always guess who's back to touch up? Bailey. Why? Because at the furthest point from the net is where you're going to find Bailey.
Holy shit! Brock Nelson got a secondary assist on the Anders Lee goal.
Who did?
Brock Nelson.
Ugh, he's been terrible tonight too. Just terrible.
He's not fast saying Char should be ashamed of himself. And here's the thing, right? It's not just one of them. Chara should have done a better job. He should know, hey, I can't be doing that. But Pajot, when he notices that Chara's behind the net, has to cover for him.
I tell you what, I like the pace they're moving at right now. But Bailey's up top. God, Bailey!
Bailey, what a bad turnover, man. Almost, Jesus Christ. We're in a position of power, and that just completely just fucks everything up. Oh, did he just flop over there trying to draw a penalty?
I don't know. Though you know what? Palmieri's ugly as hell too.
He's a guy who looks better with a beard. Mm.
Muddy in there.
Oh, and it just bounces over the
Yeah.
stick.
Ugh. 14 shots to 7.
I'm telling you, when the third period, we've looked a better team, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
We have got to go ahead and execute. Oliver Wahlstrom, current shift time. Ali. And he still keeps the puck. And Paul, what the freak, Pajot? He just blindly throws the puck out. Hell of a job getting back by Noah Dobson, keeping that still where it's only a 1-goal game.
Is that Bailey?
Oh my God, what the hell is he doing? Why is he slamming on the brakes with that shitty pass?
Because he's Bailey.
It's Bailey. Jesus Christ, Bailey.
It's Bailey. That's why. Just I don't understand. If you want somebody to, if you need to score at the end, you got to put Bellows out there, not Bailey. Bailey won't shoot the puck.
2-on-1.
Oh, what a save, Nedeljkovic right at the end. Oh, it's the end of the game.
Almighty.
I don't know if it would have counted even if it went in, but still.
Jesus Christ, guys, that's rough.
That was the bad game, though. Like I said, I said right from the jump street, didn't I say it seems like there's something wrong with the pucks? I thought maybe the pucks were bouncing all over the place, the ice, something. It was not a good look.
Christ.
Oh, what a save by Nedeljkovic.
Nice save.
Ugh, he misses the first shot. Ugh.
Honestly, that was.
And there's Wahlstrom. There's Wahlstrom cruising in. You know what you didn't see? Lee or Bailey or Nelson, because they can't keep up.
Oh, goodness gracious, God. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, man. Yeah, season's definitely over. I just hope he has a plan to rebuild.
Because it's not possible for us to get the 14 out of 10. It's impossible now.
Oh, wow. SP said, by the way, did you see Trott's comments about Chara telling Wahlstrom to focus or something the other day? It's not even funny anymore. What the
skate. You know what Wahlstrom said? Skate. Move your ass, old man. Move it. You're a liability on the ice.
And here's the thing, guys, we are going to be, right? It's tough. I mean, you lose tonight the way we did. And you've got, think about it, in the next 4 games, we've got Boston, Vegas, and the Washington Capitals, all probably without Matt Barzal, unless he tests like with a.
Wait, we only have 2 games before Washington?
3.
Okay.
But I'm just saying 3 of the next 4 games are against Washington, Vegas, and Boston. We also play sprinkled in there. We've got, let me pull up the schedule. We've got the Montreal Canadiens on Monday. I'm just saying before Matt Barzal can be back and playing, we've got the Vegas Golden Knights, the Boston Bruins, and the Washington Capitals. If think about it, if you lose 3 of those 4 games, just write it off.
Do you really think we have the ability to beat 3 teams who have winning records? We're not beating Washington. I'm telling you right now, we're not beating Washington. Probably not going to beat Boston or Vegas.
Jesus.
And if we lose to Montreal, watch out.
Man, oh man. And what we'll be doing here, guys, too, you might notice if things get real bad this year, we're not going to shit too much on the team. We will talk about what's wrong, but
and what we need to do moving forward.
What we need to do moving forward, because here's the thing. We've always believed this was an issue. We've talked about this all the time. I felt like we were, people looked at us like, the crazy old guy who's saying the end's coming. And Grumpy's been saying that for a while, looking at the composition of the team. I was still believing that this team was a playoff caliber team, was a team that could make the playoffs. But it hasn't been the case, and the age has caught up dangerously quick with us. But as going forward, if the teams continues to struggle, you might see our demeanor change a little bit of, hey, what do we need to do in the future?
Yeah.
Hey, what are the positives? We'll be looking more for the positives when things are completely downtrodden with rain. Things look bad.
If Barry continues to roll out the old guys at the expense of because at some point in time, you have to say, okay, season's over. We need to be in a rebuild. And that's why the last previous years, I was not for trading away first-round draft picks. the teams that are successful are good through the draft, because look at the contracts that unrestricted free agents get, right? I mean, we can talk about this tomorrow, honestly, but just something for people to think about overnight. Most unrestricted free agents are not worth the money they get paid. They're just not.
Yes.
So you have to be able to replenish your team through the draft.
Ivan D, I tell you one thing, you don't have to worry. We're not paid well. We are paid with the friendships that we make in the Islanders community. Really, that's what this is all about. We like being able to connect with people and talk Islanders and talk about something that, even though it might not seem like it at time, this is a team that we're very, very passionate about and that we love. And we love this team. We only want to see them be successful, right? It may come off as in an uncouth manner at times. Oh, why do they say this? Why do they say that? We are all Islanders all the way. And the friendships we've made, I think, on this podcast and continue to make is fantastic. To think that two guys who, when we originally started podcasting, were just putting together and throwing something on SoundCloud, now have, people that we interact with on a consistent basis, it's surreal to me. We're not the biggest podcast by any stretch of the imagination, but we're the best in the relationships we have on this podcast with the people, I think it's fantastic. I wouldn't trade that in for anything.
I'll say we are the most entertaining Islander podcast there is.
Yes, that's correct. There's no doubt about that. I want to show you what time on ice looked like, Grumpy Old Man, at the end of the game, just so we can go ahead and get that quick review here. I'll let you look at that. Josh Bailey, 19 minutes and 26 seconds of ice time.
Astounding.
Only forward with more ice time tonight, I believe, was Brock Nelson with 20 minutes.
I show Bailey's having 20 minutes and 12 seconds total ice time, and Nelson 20:48.
This is kind of been on and off. So let me try to reload it. Maybe it's a little off. This one was kind of on and off. So,
and the only guy under 10 minutes was Kiefer Bellows, 9:28.
And that line played the best. I'm sorry. I mean, like that third line. And again, we are not huge fans of Zach Parise, right? He is what he is. We don't think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But the third line was the best line we had 5-on-5 all night. And they just didn't get enough ice time. I'm sorry. They were the best. They were consistently turning over. They're forcing turnovers in the neutral zone and the offensive zone. And we just refused to utilize them enough.
Wallstrom got a lot of ice time the last 4 minutes, as did that brought up Anders Lee as well. But to me, how Bailey is one of your top ice guys, he does nothing. He does nothing out there. Nothing. He's invisible. Invisibility. I think Scott Levy was the one.
Why'd you make it back to Josh Bailey, man?
Well, I'm just saying, just to see him get that type of ice time is it's unacceptable.
That's what I think drives people insane, right? Is that Bailey plays so much time on ice, and jeez Louise.
We're just not very good, and now you're seeing the lack of talent is starting to show up. Why? Because our older players cannot produce anymore. They can't play that style anymore. That's why. Well, it is what it is. I mean, we'll talk about more tomorrow.
Yeah, and again, thanks everybody for the kind words about the go on the live stream. Again, this is something that I think that the people who listen to our podcast enjoy us going live during the game, so we will definitely continue to do so. And yeah, Gustav, you're 100% right. No more freaking excuses. No more excuses. I'm sick and tired. We have heard every excuse under the sun. Oh, this is the reason why they understand. It's a time period where, guess what? This is pretty much you are what you are, right? There's no more excuses, guys.
Here's the excuse. You're not winning because your team isn't very good. That's just it.
And sometimes those wake-up calls and sometimes those moments, and again, for me, it was hard to come to that realization too, right? We had come off of 2 Eastern Conference finals back-to-back, and you have this realization where you think to yourself, I was wrong. I was wrong at the beginning of the year. So were 95% of everybody else who watched this team and who comments on the Islanders and even national pundits, right? The Islanders were, they're favorites to win the Metro. The Islanders are going to be in the playoffs. The Islanders are one of the favorites. Barry Melrose picked the favorite to win the Stanley Cup, right? We're wrong, guys.
What have I said? Have I ever said that we're a true contender for a Stanley Cup ever?
You've always said that was no, and I always questioned you on it. How could you say a team making it to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals is not a Stanley Cup contender? And everybody I'd always bring that point up to would always laugh you off the stage, Grumpy. But it looks like you, in the face of criticism and in the face of pressure, did not bow, and your opinion looks to be the one that was probably correct.
Yeah. And to me, it was so obvious, honestly. And we'll talk about all that tomorrow. We really will. I don't want to be too much Debbie Downer today. I mean, it was a tough game. Just frustrating, another loss. It's just the way we play. Look at how important Matt Barzal is to this team. We were nothing offensively, nothing today. Because I'll tell you what, Detroit is not very good either. I'm sorry, they're not.
Yeah, it's a little different if this was Tampa or Colorado or Toronto. This was Detroit.
Yeah, I'm right now. Like I said, we cannot get the 14 and the 10, so we're not making playoffs.
Who does Barry blame for tonight's game, Grump?
Bellows.
No, bullshit. He doesn't blame Bellows.
I don't know.
I could see him blaming Beauvillier. Beauvillier and Sorokin. Oh, Sorokin's got to come up with a few saves there. He's fantastic tonight, led in a few weekies, and Beauvillier had that wide open chance in front of the net that he wasn't able to pot in. Those two different items, that's the rest. Or maybe he'll blame bad bounces.
At some point in time, you have to question some of the veterans on this team if you're Barry Trotz. I mean, the press has to ask something. They're going to say, how do you continue to play certain players who've done absolutely nothing this season? Nothing.
It's funny, as we continue to lose, we see a lot more people adopting the idea of, hey, we do need to sell off this year. We do need to go ahead and fire sale. Ariel C saying it. A lot of people are saying that. We need to clean a little bit of house. We need to be sellers at the deadline. And you look at the standings, Grump. And that's where I think it's demoralizing for most. You look at the standings and the style of hockey we played. We have struggled scoring all season long, right? We're on par with Arizona in goals per game, right? You could say maybe if we're only 5 games into the season, okay, it's, hey, it's early yet. We're 25 games into the year, Grump, or we're 24 games into the season. We only have 51 goals over 24 games. We're averaging slightly over 2 goals a game.
Hey, maybe we'll get ourselves, 170 goals this year. I mean, look at the bad teams. Look at the goal differential. That's all you need to do. That's how you know if your team's good or not.
We're negative 21 on the season. Thomas Mock saying, gents, if they have to retool, and I believe that's what that needs to be done, is Lou the guy to make those decisions.
I think Lou Lamoriello is capable of that. But, okay, I'm going to tell you again what I said 4 years ago, when Barry and Lou came in. TJ, do you remember what I said? Right? First thing they should do?
Yeah, I do.
Blow it up. Blow it up. Because those guys were not good enough. That talent was not good enough to win a Stanley Cup, which is always about for me, is winning a Stanley Cup. We were not good enough. And I said, blow it up. You have the cachet. You have the great Lou Lamoriello, the great Barry Trotz as coach. Start from the ground up. Bring the youth in. And just go at it from there. By now, the team would be ready to roll, and we'd be a team that could be competing for years and years. But they chose not to do that. Now when you have to do a rebuild, you have no assets in the pipeline. You have not enough draft picks. You're going to have to move guys, and now you're going to have to do the rebuild. It's what you're going to have to do. But now you're 4 years behind.
To answer this question too, Woody, I think we are at the acceptance phase. We are. Yeah. And that's why you're not going to see us freak out too much in like, oh my God, because hey, I've come to the acceptance, and some people probably haven't yet. They're going to say, wait until I cannot. That shit infuriates me. Wait until game 41. That shit infuriates the hell out of me. Oh, we can't judge where we are until we're halfway through the season. That shit's going to drive me nuts. I've come to the acceptance to what my thought process was at the beginning of the year. We made it to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. I thought we were real Stanley Cup contenders, right? You don't make it to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals based off of a fluke. That being said, right, Grump always said, and a lot of people, and I've always entertained the idea, the COVID year, we wouldn't have made the playoffs when we made the Eastern Conference Finals. We would not have made the playoffs if the season did not have that truncated item. And then last year, right, we ran across. Last year, we ran across Tristan Jarry, who was single-handedly the reason why Pittsburgh lost because they outplayed us on the ice. And then Tuukka Rask had that torn hip labrum, and he was not a very good goalie. And
Couldn't move.
did take Tampa very, very close to the edge, but we were outscored 21-11. So I thought that there was, it sounds like you're a conspiracy theorist. It sounds like you've got a tinfoil hat on, trying to find every way to try to disprove the Islanders are a good team. And looking at it this year, no, I think that those were accurate assessments, Grump. Yep. So you're not going to see me. You're not going to see me freaking out or being too hyperbolic about it because I've come to the acceptance stage. We are what the record says we are.
Yeah.
It's no excuses.
Could not lose to Detroit tonight. You had to beat the teams in front of you if you want to get ahead of them in the standings. Have to do it.
Vinny, players of value. Scott Mayfield is a guy who I think would net you a big return.
Brock Nelson.
I don't think they're moving Brock. Scott Mayfield.
Okay, but no. The question was, what does this team have a value to sell? I think Brock Nelson has value.
I think the biggest value we have is Josh Bailey. I think teams should know
he
that
has no value.
He's a bona fide Hall of Famer.
No, but seriously, I'd ask Anders Lee once again. Everyone keeps on poo-pooing me on that too, you included. Is there any? I go up to him. Hey, we want to move you to a winner. We're going to rebuild. We want to move you to a winning franchise. Are you amenable to that? Even if you have to eat some salary, I'm willing to do that because you're going to be moving in my plan, my master plan. You're moving a lot of salary now. So you could eat salary, get a first-round pick for Anders Lee, and just go full in, embrace the suck. I have no problem with that. But here's the thing. You got to be all in. You're either all in or you're all out.
And James F., this is a point that even Grumps mentioned before. How are you going to rebuild with Barry if he doesn't play the young guys? If that's the case, Barry needs to leave. That's why they have to have that heart-to-heart at the end of the year. If we're going to retool, we've got to modify a little bit what the ideology is going forward, right? We can't say, hey, let's bring in Andy Green and Zdeno Chara and a whole bunch of 30, 35 and Zach Parise, a whole bunch of 35-plus-year-old veterans and say these are guys that could play consistent minutes for us in the future. We've tested that experiment out, Barry, and it doesn't work very well for us. We can't do that going forward.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, we're going to touch on that. We'll talk about all that tomorrow, honestly.
What are Films is like in your Homeland Security shirt, Grumpy?
This is, support for natives. I love this shirt, actually. It says, Homeland Security, fighting terrorism since 1492. How true is that? How true is that?
Mm-hmm. Lou, Barry, we are done with the veterans over youth, Barry. But Lou, no buts, Barry. I'm dumping the vets, so play the youngsters and coach them to the best of your ability, or you can coach elsewhere.
See, everyone's coming around to my way of thinking, right? I said that about a month ago.
I would trade. Yeah, I feel like with that contract, he is impossible to move.
Unless you eat some money. That's the thing. You have to be willing to eat some money, maybe $3 million a year. I'm fine with that because if you're offloading all the expensive veterans, you're going to have that money just to get to the floor and get you a higher draft pick. That's all I care about right now. Rebuild. Let's go full rebuild. No problem with that at all.
Viniel, yeah, absolutely move Lee. Oh. Aaron G saying, what is the way the Red Wings played for the Islanders, played for asking a cause? I'm a Red Wings fan. I just want to know what your thoughts are, how the Red Wings played today. I thought they looked sloppy. I thought Red Wings didn't look great. I thought the Islanders looked really sloppy too. I think it had a lot to do with the ice surface, but I mean the Red Wings, I thought they looked kind of sloppy.
It looks like the pucks were not cold enough. They were bouncing all over the place. The ice looked and just the skating. It was a sloppy game. It was a sloppy
Christmas decorations up, Grumpy?
I have my tree up, but not decorated.
Brian J said, Grump for president.
No, it's for general manager.
For general manager. Sorry. Anthony R said, TJ, the plan is Barry's gone. All the oldies and vets need to get traded for the future assets. Rest of the year, play the youngsters, bring up some of the kids from Bridgeport.
Find out who can be part of the solution going forward. That's honestly what you need to find out. Does everyone think that Montreal has a shot for the playoffs?
No.
Those are questions because, that's my point. We're the same. We are right where Montreal is. What makes you think that our chances of making players are better than Montreal's or Ottawa's or Seattle's? We're right in that group of crap teams. At some point,
we're better than Montreal. Montreal, dude, is one of the worst teams in the league. They only have 15 points in 30 games.
Okay. So
we
we are
got
better than
19 points in 24. Yeah, Montreal's hideous.
Is Seattle a threat to make the playoffs? No.
Here's a question. The Ottawa Senators have played 26 games so far this season, have 19 points. We've played 24 games and have 19 points. We're in the area of the Ottawa Senators, guys.
The difference is the Ottawa Senators are able to beat good teams. We're not. That's the difference.
Yeah. Here's the thing, too. Look at this. You look at a few of these teams. The Vancouver Canucks have played 29 games. They have 26 points. You think the Vancouver Canucks did get a coaching change, so maybe you're going to see
and GM, and GM. Everybody, they blew everybody out. I don't see Ledecky doing that.
No, and he shouldn't. He shouldn't.
But you really have to have a heart to heart.
Yep.
I'm telling what they should do. They might not choose to do it, but that's what they should do. We'll talk about that.
Brian J said, listen, nobody comes here because of Barry and Lou Lamoriello. Do you guys notice that?
I'm going to say it again. If you're an offensive talent, why on God's green earth would you want to play for Barry Trotz? You won't. You don't.
John M saying, boys, you're my sanity for this team at this moment. We appreciate that, John. Hopefully we could be a little bit of a light for some others as well. It's not as, doom and gloom as things might be. We still have a lot of pieces going forward, but I think this season is as good as a write-off. Different Mind says, is there anyone you would refuse to trade away?
Yep. We can talk about all that tomorrow if you like, but I'll just give you my 5. Pelech. He's a guy who would have big value, by the way.
You would trade? No, stop. It's too late.
Yeah, I'm just saying he would have.
You wouldn't trade away. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the guy he would have big value, but I'm not trading him. Barzell, Wallstrom, Bello, none of the young guys, with the exception of Beauvillier. He's free to move. Sorokin, I'm keeping. Other than that, everybody's up for grabs, including Pulak.
Absolutely. Gotcha, Grump. Well, let me ask you, my man, what do you want to say? Because we go live tomorrow. We want to save it for tomorrow. We go live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But what do you want to say before we wrap things up today, Grump?
I want to say love and laughter to everyone who listens, and even those who don't, from TJ and the Grumpy Old Man.
And if it's your first time watching, guys, we invite you to stick around. Subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, and follow on Twitter. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We'll be going live Wednesday, 8 p.m., which is tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in a podcast format. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in.
And then Thursday also on the TJ and the Grumpy Old Man show.
Absolutely. That's in the link in the description below. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.